don't remember using it, but...
Well, then you didn't use it.
But it's gone.
There you go.
It's not on my thing anymore. I don't know why it would have disappeared.
Did you long rest? No, none of us have long rested.
We haven't
Did
had
I
the
not?
time.
might want to put the
I thought
curtains
it-
down.
Yeah, so I can take my pants off.
Needy bastard.
Oh, you're right, we haven't.
I'm just saying because it's gonna focus on not everyone.
What an astute observation.
And your life.
I've never
God
observed
damn it.
anything in the day of my life.
There you go.
That's such a fun transition.
Doggers.
Hi. I'm also here.
Hi, also here. I'm Travesty on Demand.
Thank you.
Hi,
Inspiration.
Travesty on Demand. I'm also here.
Hi, also here. I'm For the Questa.
Hi, For the Questa.
Get the fuck out of here.
Who are you?
Hi, For the Questa.
Wait, no, come back.
Nope, he's banned from his own channel.
Who are you?
I'm your friendly neighborhood.
Neighborhood.
I'm your favorite I'm your friendly neighbor.
What?
Dungeon Master Peters, recovering from getting his wisdom teeth pulled out, but we're taking one more week off for precaution. So Dom will do his final session this week.
Someone go find that kidnapped child.
Yeah. And then we will go back to the Fall of Gods for 2 weeks. Hopefully wrap that up. And then we will either do a Baldur's Gate day on the 13th, board games, or Magic the Gathering. And then the following week after that, I do believe is the 20th, we will go back to campaign 2, a Fake It choice.
A fettuccine.
And I hate everyone
Footed
who
cheese.
said that.
A fettuccine alfredo.
Hopefully we'll wrap up that game in a either Halloween special, or we'll prolong it just a little bit longer till the beginning of next year, wrap it up, and then go back to the Fall of Gods. But to do more announcements, if you're looking to find Dom's current DMing, look in the tab called Side Quests. So anytime I am not able to do Dungeons and Dragons, for whatever reason, we'll be calling these Side Quests. Because of these lovely people. This year's Christmas special is going to be done by none other than Travis!
Halloween or Christmas?
I'll be doing Halloween, and then next year, if Ramon or Colleen does not want to do the Christmas special, we'll pass it back over to Dom.
Hello.
And then, depending on how long I can keep you guys in my life for, we'll just keep going down the line every year. Hey.
Yeah, I'm on a contract.
We also might be in your life, but not in the state.
I'm gonna say some of us are pretty consistent. I think we've got a pretty good.
Oh yeah. Oh, you plan on leaving me?
I'm not leaving the country.
No. Well,
Eventually.
he has to stay. Okay, on that note, take it away.
Last we left off with our intrepid heroes. Hi, intrepid heroes.
What will
Hi.
we doing?
Come on.
I'm a
This
hero.
isn't Dimension 20.
Where's the dome?
Oh, I'm not intrepid.
But you are a hero.
I'm always a
From
hero.
zero to hero.
No time.
About that. Zero to hero.
Copyright. Incredible. Last we left off, we had some very incredible revelations that Peter still hasn't fully seen yet.
Getting there, okay? Go.
I am not going to spoil anything, for he is still in the room, but shit went down.
Now we're fighting.
And now we be fighting. We are still in the midst of the turn with Shale casting Summon Fae. Upon the casting of the spell of Summon Fae, shit hit sideways.
On the casting.
Bum, indeed. As this is happening, I want to peer back to Talbot for just a moment. As
Good old Tally-Bo.
as she is realizing what is happening within the box. How is she feeling, and what is her course of action?
A little panicked because this has never happened under her watch. So now she's going through the loops of trying to figure out how do I get this back to its previous setting where everything was working? How do I get rid of this thing that just came and started to drain the madness box of its energy before it goes out? And so that's what she's doing right now. She
Panic.
just got done seeing, I guess the structure that is sucking the juice out of the batteries, causing them to drain.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. First, go ahead and make me a con save and see if you can resist the impending panic attack of the level of anxiety that's hitting.
Sure. Let me go ahead and pull up that character sheet.
Yeah.
You got it?
I'm dual tapping it.
Ooh, 2 tabs.
2 taps.
4 bracelets.
2 taps, 4 bracelets, baby. I don't know what that means.
So let me know in advance if I had to pull barrel.
Character voice, yes. Character sheet, no.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's a natural 12
Oh.
for shores. And then Talbot, the architect of destruction, has a 14 in total.
14. Incredible. There is still that sense of panic, and there is still those nerves that are kicking in, but you're able to succumb and kind of push it away as you're trying to focus on the next steps, right? And you're analyzing the box in front of you and trying to understand the mechanics of what was happening with the draining of the batteries. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
You got it. Investigation. 27.
So you are very meticulously going through this box and the cords and everything that is connected from point A to point B, trying to understand what went wrong, what happened. And as you're inspecting it, you realize that the containment unit, for lack of a better term, the cage that whatever was here was almost like a vacuum. But as you're analyzing the structure and the way that in which it was funneling, no energy was funneling in. All the energy was funneling out.
It was set to blow, not suck.
Yeah, so the energy was going into the batteries.
Correct. That whatever was being contained within this unit was either a backup generator or the main generator for your batteries. Either this was the backup and the backup is failing, or this was the main and the backup is what's keeping everything alive right now.
Okay.
But this was the main power source or the backup power source, and it was feeding energy into the batteries. And now that it is no longer here, the batteries are losing power at an alarming rate.
Okay, so I need to find something that is going to replace it in its stead. So so I would be looking around to see what are my options as far as getting an energy source that isn't draining my backups.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a history or arcana. 30. The problem that you are coming across is a lot of the energy sources you are thinking of are a product of magic. Either it is a magical battery in and of itself, or it is like spells channeled into almost like a pearl of power, like that level of either it's like a ring of spell storing, pearl of power, like some type of energy source like that, where it's like magic is funneled into this and now it has magic. The problem that you're realizing with trying to find a replacement is that you don't need a magic sublet, for lack of a better term. If you are putting an item like that into it, the magic has already been put into it and then is coming out and it's being filtered through that item. You need pure arcane magic. And it is not a something that you need anymore. It is someone. And it doesn't have to be a particular someone, but they have to have enough raw arcane power to be able to be drained.
Fuck me. That'd have to be me. Given the magic that I have, it is bloodline related and it is non-traditional.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to funnel my magic into it.
Okay. Go
So-
ahead. Roll me a percentile.
Talbot's head of the table.
Oh, I didn't have them pulled out. Sorry, friends. Percentiles.
Percentiles!
Sorry. I'm still trying to remember where I left off in my thing so I could be ready for my turn.
79.
79. And that's exactly what you're able, after channeling your energy into it. So you have to kind of go through the locking mechanisms in order to get to the center of the chamber. Once you're finally able to kind of get through that, you still see the folded little like greeting note that says "finally" written on it. And you channel your magic through the funnels, and you're able to get the batteries up to 79%.
Okay.
That it is now at like more like a 3/4 charge, but you still like that like this isn't sustainable to be able to do your research. That something needs to stay here at all times to be able to constantly funnel into it. That yeah, you can funnel your magic into it, but now you are stuck here, and no research can be had because you are now just solely feeding the power into it. Exactly. You're the battery. You can't be the operator and the battery.
Yeah. And I need a battery. At least I get it up to 79%, so I know I bought myself a little bit more time.
Yes, it doesn't feel, now that you've surged the spell, like your magic into it, it doesn't feel like it's draining the level it is. It now kind of feels like it's kind of like floating at like that 3/4 mark. Right now, if you run to the batteries, it's going to show at 79% in like slowly fading, but you definitely have bought yourself a lot more time.
Okay. I know that Eugene's berries contain a lot of magical energy in them. So I want to find a sustainable replacement for this now that I bought myself time. So
Okay.
I'm going to find something that is going to act as a consistent source of energy.
And how are you going to go about doing that? What is the process that you'll go through that?
The process, I go through room by room, every single place, look through every single nook and cranny to find something that will fit what I need it to do.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another D100.
Percentiles.
Percentile.
Yes.
80.
80.
Wow.
So you are combing through every single room, nook, cranny, everything that you can, and you're running into the same problem over and over again. That it is things that magic has already been funneled into, which, depending on how much energy is in it, it might do similar to what you just did, of keeping it from draining quicker and kind of holding it off, but you need something more long-lasting, more sustainable, and everything that if you're running across things and you're finding like random magical items, maybe you find like a couple of like maybe even a full jar of berries that Eugene left you as like a emergency food source in the box if you spend like prolonged periods of time in there, and like you can burn through those, but you know it's going to be a ticking clock regardless. It can buy you time, but it's not going to be sustainable enough. So you have at least, I will say, with whatever you're able to scrounge up and put within the chamber, it is going to now put it at a consistent rate. So I will say, going forward, the battery is going to stay at 3/4 power with whatever items, magic, whatever you're able to kind of find to hold it off. You can consistently stay at 3/4 power, but you know that this isn't a sustainable, long-going thing, that this is a short-term until you find a permanent solution.
Which at that point, I feel like I would want to park the Madman's box to save the batteries and to shut it down until I find a consistent source. That's now I have to save energy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D100 and roll me a D20.
These are the percentiles.
Also known as a D100.
Yeah.
29.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Woo!
Okay. Fuck. All right. Okay. We will get to that in a moment. Let's pan out because initiative is still happening. So, as a reminder for the class, initiative order: Kaylin is at the top, followed by Shale, Spark, the onslaught of the Kaylin rejects, Fuego, Rocky, and we vibin'. We are still in the midst of your turn with the summon Fae.
Yup.
The
Hee.
the smaller human creature, which for at the very least, Spark, you recognize as Eugene from the amount of trauma stories that your mother has told.
And a puppet.
And the puppet, but like this looks like a younger version of
Okay.
him. Like you recognize it immediately. Where like the rest of them, they can like kind of look at the puppet, look at that, and go like, I can see the resemblance. Where you're like, this as soon as this dude pops out,
Yeah.
you're like, nah, homie, that's
It's either
fucking
Eugene or Eugene had a twin kid.
Literally, like, this is either Eugene or Eugene's younger brother, son, something.
Yeah.
Eugene or Blue Gene.
Something, man. Pops out and let's get the party started.
Where's he pop out at?
Pops out from where she is. So, Shale's originally casting a spell and almost like rips out of her mind's eye.
Okay.
Blessings.
And it's a little uncomfortable at first and almost gives you like a slight migraine, but as soon as he fully comes out and materializes in front of you guys at the arrangement, the pain goes away, but you are also onslaughted with a flood of memories that don't seem to be yours.
Stop it! Get in my head!
It is all happening all at once, so it is hard to kind of make them out right now. But as the headache fades and subsides, as that kind of goes through, you are still in the middle of your summon Fae. What would you like to do for summon Fae?
I don't have
Bonus
extensive
summoning.
list or knowledge, but I want to summon some sort of Fae wolf.
Okay.
Fantastic.
We're gonna put that there for you.
A wolf, if you will.
No. Don't give me that.
He broke my foot. Under the table. He just broke my foot. Broke it.
Hydration?
Oh,
More
okay.
hydration? I've been hydrating.
Everything did that.
My foot's been broken by Travis.
That's what you get for playing footsie under the table.
But I do.
Next time you won't play footsie with the centaur.
He's not a centaur. Right now. Oh man, now I'm imagining that first date.
My burrito has splooted.
Been there.
It happens to 1 in every 5 burritos.
Yeah, you know. Happens to the best of us.
If it lasts for longer than 4 hours, call a doctor.
Call your local shaman.
Call your local cleric.
I don't have no rock gonna
there
fix
is
that.
The little, like demonic looking wolf right there. That's going to be your Fey wolf.
Someone says they brought magic
I
can't
will
do
have
it.
you go ahead and place that where you shall. Now standing on the table is
Right?
I would say Blue Jean, but his eyes are red, so it doesn't fit as well as Blue Jean.
Blue jeans. I just thought of that.
Berry Blue Jeans.
Yeah. I said blue
Fun fact: the
jean as
Adventure Zone is how I got actually into D&D.
I feel like that's a lot of people's introductions to D&D.
It was a TikTok of a an audio from the Adventure Zone, I had to cross-reference and find the original podcast it came from. Started watching the podcast, went, man, D&D actually sounds really fucking fun. And then started playing D&D and went, man, this is really fucking fun. And 7 years later, here I am.
7 years.
Yeah, I've been
Also-
playing 5e for so long.
Is he behind me? Or was he next to the puppet? Because he had the puppet in his mouth, right? Did that change?
No, he still does. So let's move the table back just a smidgen. I was trying to recreate it as best as I could.
Okay.
So we'll do it like that. So he's
Like,
right
I
there.
couldn't remember if that had changed.
Yeah.
I didn't think it did.
It did not. So he still has puppet in his mouth. I'm just gonna keep calling him Blue Jean from now, because it flows too easy. Blue Jean is standing on the table. You are now summoning the Fey Wolf. What does it look like for you?
Yeah.
It looks a little bit like Tuesday, but
Please don't
very,
take
very
my
colorful,
son.
almost like iridescent, like
Please don't
changing
take
kind
my
of
magic.
colors.
Nice.
And like almost like multi-chromatic and kind of
Fire
like
rifle.
yeah,
Is it a static?
One of these guys.
sort of yeah.
Is it a static coloration or is it ever flowing?
No,
Like-
it's like moving. It is.
Nice.
It has.
But the color isn't continuously moving.
Well, I imagine
That's-
imagine it was a water one.
Almost, yeah. Where it's like almost like a
A
rippling
liquid core, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
in motion.
That's
of that.
probably gonna be the.
Um,
if I can find metal liquid core, I'll probably do that. But I don't think that's
Oh.
a thing. Because
No.
I need my metal click clacks. I need my. If I'm gonna roll a thing, I need to hear thump.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find a liquid core inside of a metal one because they'd have to cast the metal around like
Exactly.
a glass
Exactly.
sphere.
You should take up masonry and just make yourself some stone dice.
I already have my stone dice for my dwarf.
As someone who has bought stone dice, it's not always the best because if you don't get a really nice hard stone, they're just gonna chip.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to all the ones that I had.
A nice granite die.
I need to get a new set of die. I haven't gotten a new set in a long time, but I need.
Treat yourself.
I'm probably gonna do it for Asher as long as Asher doesn't crash out,
Asher the Crasher.
But we're gonna stop playing those in 2 weeks.
and then we'll get back into it. Granted, I bought the Kaylin die, and then Kaylin keeps dying, so you know
Fitting.
we're fucking out here, dog. So
Correct again.
iridescent, ever-flowing wolf is now summoned next to you. So I will include that in your same initiative bracket of you, Tuesday, and now wolf.
Also, as a bonus action for this so when this creature goes, yeah, there's a couple things that it can do. But when it's cast, here's the thing. When I cast the spell, I choose a mood, fuming, mirthful, or tricksy, and I would choose mirthful. It shares my same initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after mine.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, I'm trying to figure out if the mirthful effect happens when I cast it or when its turn is
It is.
taken, but I guess it doesn't really
What
matter.
the mirthful effect is what specifically?
Fate can force one creature it sees within 10 feet of it to make a wisdom saving throw against your spell DC. Unless the save succeeds, the target is charmed by you or the Fae for 1 minute or until the target takes any damage. It's listed under bonus actions, question mark?
So I don't know if it's going to be a bonus action for you to do it or if it's a bonus action for him to do it. So let's.
I also don't know if it's actually a bonus action because it just says choose a mood. So I don't know if it's something that happens when it's just cast.
So listings, spells.
Because face step is a bonus action that it can do.
Clear all filters.
Wait, I found it. So, Fae Step, part of his bonus action, the Fae magically teleports up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space it can see and chooses one of the following effects based on the mood I chose. So it's a trigger that happens at the end of the bonus section.
So they use their bonus action.
And then that triggers it at the end depending on what I chose when I cast him.
Mm-hmm.
So I choose Mirthful, so whatever the Mirthful effect is,
Oh, okay.
it's
so it has
triggered at the end of my bonus action. Or
So
at
it
the end of his bonus action.
Got it. So that was its. It has the actions of the multi-attack or the short sword, and then the bonus actions are the other ones.
The
Okay.
teleport and the whatever the trigger is based on what mood I cast him in. So yeah, anyway, doesn't matter
Okay.
now.
And what level did you cast it at?
3rd level.
Okay, so it comes in with 30 HP.
Yeah. I think I wrote it down on somewhere.
I will trust you to keep track of that because you were.
Yeah, it's under his
also keeping
notes.
track of-
I put all the
Perfect.
things under notes
I'm
for last time.
because you were keeping track of that and Tuesday.
Yeah.
So you are.
It's all written down. So.
Welcome to DMing, keeping track of multiple HPs at one time.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that is your action.
Yep.
That is your action.
Yep. Correct. Let me double check something. Misty Step does not counteract attack of opportunity, right?
I think it does.
It does
Oh,
because
because
you
it's
are
a
not.
teleport.
Yeah, it's a teleport. You are not moving out of their range.
Yeah.
Talbot, can you roll initiative for me?
I wonder.
You were also going into DMing, keeping track of 2 PCs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's fine.
9 plus 16, so 25.
Fuck. All right.
That's about Kaylin, yeah.
Which that's fine because it keeps it. It keeps it
Yeah.
easy to track.
Okay. So. I don't remember what I was thinking last time. So.
That was me the entire time everybody else was talking. I was like, I gotta remember what my character was doing. What was the plan?
I know what mine was, and I didn't like it.
I think I remember what I got.
I do remember asking that the Wolfie gets rid of the doll of Eugene
Yeah.
because it was fucking up with range for magic stuff.
Yeah. We did attempt.
Good old counterspell.
And I was like, fuck, that needs to be gone.
Okay, so
That was-
he has
that was
puppet
such a
in his
fun moment.
mouth.
Yes, and has torn it apart.
Can I use my movement to drag my willing, or like move my willing wolf closer to the portal?
Tuesday or the Fey Wolf?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. You
Wait,
can't-
but teleport, I can't take him with me.
Yeah, exactly. So
For
I'm like,
Misty
you
Step, no.
can, but there's not really a clear path right now. And
Yeah.
if you were to, you would be causing opportunity attacks for both you and
Right,
Tuesday.
Is he more than one size up from you, though? I thought Misty Step you could take somebody of equal size.
Not at this level, I guess.
I don't think
Oh.
Misty
Did
Step you
anybody
can.
order food?
Oh, Dimension Door.
Dimension Door is yes.
Dimension
Okay,
door
someone
order
else
food.
did. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
Misty,
think it was a teleport. spell.
Misty Step, you teleport up to 30 feet.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna say where I am and pass my turn to Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday.
Does your wolf not get a turn on the turn you summon it?
It does.
The
but
Fey?
Yep, he
Tuesday
goes
comes
after
first.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So for T T ta 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 T. Where's my? There we go.
My thought was she was passing the whole thing, and that was gonna be my turn. And I was like, no, do your wolves.
Yeah, Tuesday, and then now the Fey Wolf.
So cool.
Welcome
so,
to the Wolf Pack.
Well, it says that he shares my initiative but goes directly after me, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just putting him before Tuesday.
That's fine. I broke yours.
Yeah.
Everything.
However you want to sequence it, you are going to go first, and then it is
Yeah.
either Wolfie or Tuesday. However you do it past that is up to you.
So Feywolf is going to go ahead and take his action. Multi-attack makes number of attacks equal to half the spell's level, which means 1. Short sword. I guess he has a short sword in his mouth.
We'll phrase that into a bite attack, so it's going to be the same
Yeah.
same damage, same vibe. It's just thematically it is
Spell
his
attack.
his teeth.
It's my spell attack modifier, right? That's what it said? Yeah. My spell attack.
Your spell attack modifier to hit. So yeah, so take a look at your spell modifier.
I can't see everything at the same time on here. It sucks. Okay, plus that. So that would be a 25 to hit.
And what are you hitting?
Oh wait, how does this? I guess I will attack this guy next to me.
Okay.
It's one of them. I can't attack
Okay.
both of them.
That hits.
It's reach of 5 feet.
Yep.
So, cool. So then I'm gonna take 1d6.
So it would be 2d6 plus 6. Because you're going to get...
There's 1d6
you're-
force damage and 1d6.
Exactly, and then it's going to be plus 3, and then plus the 3 from...
5, 6, so 11, 14, and spell level 17. Piercing damage.
Cool, tell me how you do it.
Piercing and force.
Woo! One Kaylin down.
How does the wolf
Yep.
boy do
Wolf
this?
is going to bite him, and then the like iridescent, like fey energy is going to just kind of ripple into him, and I guess like as his essence, like, or as her the creature's essence, like, or life fades out of them, it kind of like follows through.
So you originally do the bite and it chomps off an arm that as soon as it's dislocated from the body kind of drops into like this like weird like gelatinous goo. And as the fey energy ripples through, you start to see the rest of the body disintegrate into that same goo. In the goo goes back into the portal.
Oh.
Gross.
Well, if I ever want to know how gelatinous cubes are made, I think that's it.
Alrighty, and then the rest of it is you can teleport up to 30 feet in an unoccupied space you can see.
Let's see, technical half a special rounded down. Okay, never mind.
So then, in that case, he's going to teleport right smack in the middle of everything.
I got you.
Go ahead and move. Yeah, go ahead and move the orb then, since that
Orb
is
go
getting knocked
poof.
over. Orb go poof.
Right here, smack in the middle. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
That is blue jean.
Blue jean.
He's within 10 feet of me then.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So all 4 of them then will. Oh no, it's one creature you can see within 10 feet. Never mind. I'm still gonna pull myself right. Hold on. I guess. Wait. Technically, Tuesday has him in his mouth, so he'd be here.
Okay.
So.
That's fine.
He's gonna go ahead and target the Eugene, the new guy.
Blue jean.
Blue Jean, yeah. Has to make a wisdom saving throw, to beat my spell
Don't
DC.
show me it.
Or what?
Or, the target is charmed by me, and the Fey for 1 minute, or until the target takes any damage.
Okay, and you are targeting what?
Blue Jean.
Okay. Final answer?
Yep.
Cool, he's immune to charm.
Of course he is.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it happens.
Hey, we had to find out somehow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What, the big bad is
No,
Blue
blue jean
jean
is
is-
being the charm.
Not the big bad blue jean.
And then, Big Bad has such a high wisdom save that
We believe so, yeah.
that it was 1 away. Like, you'd have to get a natural 1 or else it saves. With my spell DC.
Yeah.
She's very smart.
I
We
wish
already
I
did
was
last
smart.
session, so I'm just making sure everyone remembers.
Yes, I wish she wasn't very dexterous, but that's not going to happen, so.
Do you mention
very
that they're
powerful.
immune to charm?
Soon as my Fey Wolf tells me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that technically that was an effect of the Fey Wolf, so I don't know if we
Oh,
didn't realize
that
it.
was a Fey Wolf? Ah,
Yeah.
shit. Fuck.
Yeah, so when the Fey Wolf teleports, it has that particular effect as a trigger.
I don't fucking know.
That's what I say. We don't know.
I'm like,
All
He
right.
teleported and nothing
Now,
happened.
lovely little
So
cluster fucked of me like creatures. It's going to go to what's his face's turn?
my turn.
No, Tuesday.
No,
Tuesday!
It's not your turn yet. What are you talking about? She's still got so many actions she can take. She's a hunter. She's a ranger, not a hunter. Sorry. Wrong terminology.
You know, Pet Kaylin, I got a couple of those running around.
Yeah.
Honor. I barely know her.
Let's see, I'm missing R3 in my extra turns now.
Okay, so
Poor R3.
I have something in my mouth, so can I even make my bite attack, technically?
If you drop what's in your mouth, sure.
No, I want to keep what's in my mouth, so it'd only be my claws.
I don't want to drop that.
Much appreciated.
I can't re-bite what's in my mouth, right?
Like the way it jiggles. I don't like that.
Too bad.
Look, I'm compensating for something.
Aren't we all?
Oh man.
The girth. Wow.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
On top of your other one, right?
Don't you? Do you have one already?
I do have a D6 one.
No, like the DM inspiration.
Okay.
You get one for both. So you have one for Talbot and one for Fuego.
Oh, cool.
Because I gave you one at the top of the session for doing something or other. You said something that was funny. I said inspiration.
Did you?
I said
Can I use my bite?
you said something. I don't remember exactly what, but I said inspiration immediately.
Can I use my bite
okay.
attack on whatever is still
Don't
in my
disagree
mouth,
with
or is that a mute point?
If you want to, sure.
I can argue that.
So you have one for
On
both.
the orange.
Yeah, I have 2 attacks. So here's my
I just wanted
Go with
one.
the orange.
And what is Tuesday attacking?
Thank you.
attack bonus.
Duncan.
Orange.
No, thank you.
Oh, +4. There it is. So that would be
What is Tuesday attacking?
Tuesday is using bite attack against the puppet that's already in his mouth.
Got it.
Which is going to be a 11? Question mark?
Okay, go ahead and roll
Puppet?
damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Attacks are technically abilities, right? Ability checks. Aren't attacks ability checks?
No,
I don't
no,
think so.
because it's attack, saving throws, and ability checks are 3 different categories.
I'm not sure.
Depending on how you phrase it, if there is a certain thing, I could argue for it, but
Initiative is an ability check.
initiative is a dexterity ability check.
So
That's probably what I was thinking about.
8,
Roll an
6
initiative
plus
save.
2, 8 piercing damage.
Okay. What happens to the puppet?
You ever
The
seen
the puppet is like just becoming completely disassembled, all the parts and pieces just immobilized in every possible way. But Tuesday, every time something drops, Tuesday is kind of like keeping it all in his mouth in a sense. So catching it as it falls and like collecting the parts and pieces in his body.
Make a dexterity check for me for Tuesday, just to be able to like as he's biting and
Yeah.
chewing.
Make
through
sure he
to
doesn't swallow any of it.
Well, one to make sure that he can
You
catch
said
all of it. But
saving?
yeah, dexterity saving.
Okay, where's
So
my saving?
one to make sure that he can catch all of it, but two to make sure that exactly like you said, Rach, that
Um,
it's not that he's not swallowing pieces.
How do saving throws work
If
when I just have plain stats?
if there isn't anything that is showing a bonus to a skill or a save, it's just going to be a d20 plus the bonus to the skill.
It's just a regular skills check?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would say if there's a saving throw bonus, it would show a saving throw tab and show saving throws plus this. But if it's just regular, it's not going to show anything.
It's bare minimum stats.
So then it's because
it's not a full D&D Beyond page.
But still, even for monsters too, they'll still have, if there's anything unique, if they have bonuses to their things, it'll say saving throws. But if there's no tab for it, then it just means it's just a flat roll plus whatever their ability is.
Okay.
So it's just going to be a d20 plus his dexterity.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had an ability.
You have plenty of abilities. You can.
It's gonna be a 17.
17. Yeah. So he's fine. At one point, you hear him kind of gag a little bit as the hand that he was chewing on kind of goes the opposite direction. He's able to kind of cough it up a little bit and chomp at the wrist and break it up, so it's not just hand down his throat. That it's the hand is here, but now the elbow's here.
Move it aside.
Yeah, he's unwrapping it like he'd unwrap a starburst. He's really.
Before
really
he uses
good.
his
Before he's gonna
movement,
spit it out, it's shaped like a swan. You know.
He's gonna do origami with this puppet
Oh my.
in his mouth. He's very talented.
while he's doing this, he's gonna use the second attack, which is a claw attack, which I rolled in that 20.
Claw attack on what?
Oh god.
What would you like to claw attack?
The Kayla next to me.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
Or next turn.
Yes.
I already did. It's not 20.
Incredible.
It's still sitting there for proof.
20.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Ready. So claw attack is going to be 2d4. 24, 2.
Why would they make a pro one?
Do you know why there's a number?
So
So that says
it
7
doesn't
and that
take
says
up 2
6.
spaces,
So
I
that
guess?
is just the average. So if you rolled an average, so if you rolled a d8 plus 2, your average
Maybe
would
it's
be a
for when
4
you have
plus
like
2,
really
so
tight
it's 6.
maps.
So
you
that's
really
for
can't put
DM.
your
So like
Indiana
if I don't
and
want to
your
roll the
Korean
dice, I can just say,
sideways.
cool, you take 6 damage.
Heard. Okay,
Um,
thank you.
but
I was
you as
not
a-
sure what to do with that number.
Yeah, so you as a player,
I've been
you are-
ignoring it, but
Yeah, you are going to roll the dice, and you're going to take whatever the dice give you.
right.
That's for me as a DM. If I don't want to sit here and roll dice for every single damage, I can basically.
I just
cool,
need
cool,
to
take
make
6,
sure
cool,
that
take
I
7.
was supposed to ignore it like I was. Okay.
Yeah, you
This
go.
is going to be 7 plus 2, 9 slashing damage.
And then the crit,
Plus the crit. Do I roll twice or double it?
you choose. So you can either,
If you
As-
rolled
as-
well, double it. But if you
Yeah, I
rolled
was gonna
bad,
say.
roll
as,
again.
as long as you keep it consistent. So either
But
if
the boat, I just double the dice or
Double- double
double the entire damage.
double the dice roll, if you,
So the plus 2 would not be doubled.
Right.
correct.
Okay. So that would be 7 times 2, 14, 16 slashing damage.
Cool. Tell me how to do it.
Colleen kills everything.
My wolves, my pets do.
Tell me how Tuesday obliterates this, Galen.
With the puppet in his mouth, he reaches underneath and just full claws, like, just slashed across. And, like, some of them are just tearing apart tendons and muscles, and other ones are, like, literally cutting through bone and almost, like, ribboning this.
So just as quick as Tuesday was able to disassemble the puppet, he uses his claws and disassembles the Kalen that's right next to him in a similar fashion. In a similar fashion, but it's much more gory as you see the actual blood and tendons and bones split apart. And as it falls to the ground in this heap of bones and viscera, it does the same thing of melting into that gelatin and crawling back to the portal.
Oh,
So fun.
what if
so
Mr. Slimy was just baby Kalen?
fun. Yeah.
It's Caitlin's stem cells.
No.
And he's in hybrid form, right?
On this episode of Lore,
He's in hybrid
Mr.
form.
Slimy
Right?
was a changeling that never fully formed.
He's not a full wolf. He's hybrid.
Correct.
We're just toting around, baby.
These goddamn simulacrums.
They're all simulacrums. I ain't a wizard.
I wanted to make one.
Eugene is.
Blue Jean.
And then for his movement, he wants to take the pieces and go full movement to get up close to the portal.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 question mark?
Make an athletics check for me.
To climb.
Yeah, in order to climb. Because it's a 10-foot jump.
You said what? Oh, natural one.
So goes to climb, and as soon as he gets his claws in the side, you hear him get and drops down and has to pull some type. He pulls a finger out, and specifically it's the middle finger, and he almost choked on the middle finger.
It's like when you get the pup. It's like the noodles that you like try to swallow and it doesn't actually break up, so you got to pull the whole string out.
Yeah, exactly.
So he pulls the whole middle finger, like from tip to knuckle, all the way out and throws it to the side. He's not able to fully climb up, but he's at the very least right at the portal. So if anything tries to start coming out and climbing down, he's ready to go.
Also, Puppet is over there now.
Because he took it with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Very.
Alrighty. I do believe that concludes my turn.
Incredible. So that is it for Shale and the Wolf Pack. Spark, it's on you. The change-ins are on deck.
So start of my turn, so I lose shield. I know, it's very sad. Alright. I'm going to use my bonus action to go ahead and make Kaylin original, that we know of.
Yes.
Make her constitution save again to save against the heat metal.
Oh, was there any hunter's mark? No, because it didn't
You never
attack
attack
Kaylin.
Kaylin. Oh, and you've lost concentration on Hunter's Mark because Summon Fae is a concentration spell.
Ah!
Oh.
So Hunter's Mark is no longer out?
Wait, no. I can use something to make it non-concentration, remember?
Oh?
Yes. That's what I when I first cast, I specified it last session.
I trust you, but I would like to...
Yes, I'm bringing it up.
Concentration?
Yeah, yes, mine is concentration.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so she doesn't have to drop the object. She will take the fire damage. But because you don't drop the object, you do have disadvantage on attack and agility checks until the start of your next turn.
Got it.
Where's my face shit?
Anyone else have concentration?
Face shit. Okay, when you start casting spells,
We
you
keep
can
adding these
modify
things,
it so
it'll
that
be
it
taller
doesn't
than me.
require concentration. If you do so, the spell's duration becomes 1 minute for that casting instead of 1 hour.
2d8.
Okay. Are you doing that for Hunter's Mark or are you doing that for Summon Fae?
Summon Fae. It only
Okay.
affects Summon Fae. It's
Okay.
part of my Fae thing. It's for Fae reinforcements. When I summon Fae, whenever I start casting the spell, you can modify it. It was for...
Incredible.
It's only for that spell. It doesn't affect any others.
14. So 14.
So
Awesome.
normally is concentration up to an hour to make this wolf appear.
Yes.
When I make it a non-concentration spell, it lasts for a minute.
So it'll be 10 rounds on that. So
Correct.
do I have... We're going to use the d12 here. So this is round number 1 for him. So he'll have 10 rounds. Once it's 10, he'll have the round and then he'll disappear.
Yep.
If we get to that point.
Yep.
Knowing this party, it will not last that long.
So 14 fire damage
Okay.
for Kayla.
Half down to 7.
Half down to 7.
Mhm.
Okay.
Once you got spell
That's a shame.
slot, you can regain the ability to do so.
I just like hearing her yell.
You still, like, you see the sizzling from her hands as, like, she's just glaring daggers at this party. But and she's very stubbornly not dropping the weapon. Even when she, like, should have and would, like, either was that or take full damage, she sat and bared it so that she could still try and attack.
So wait, did she take half damage from her own thing, or did she take half damage because she didn't drop it?
Took half damage from her own thing.
Okay, all right, that was that. I was like, that's not part of the spell. All right,
Yes, half damage from her own thing.
gotcha. All right, and then I'm gonna deal with the.
She's very, very strong.
Jeez. I'm gonna deal with these two motherfuckers right here in front of me. So this guy, since I've just happened to be facing this way with the mini,
Okay.
at this point we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the attack action. So I get 2 attacks. So we're gonna go with my magical light hammer to begin with. Do I have anything for this? No, it's just. It's gonna be 16.
Okay, hits.
All right, and then let's just go ahead and roll damage for that. What is it? It's 4s. It's 4s. I didn't know it was 4s. My bad. Look here, light hammer. 7, 8, 9, 10
Okay.
points of damage for that one, and then I will do a second attack with my light hammer.
It is looking very rough.
That is a. Oh, it is the 20. Okay, sorry. They both say fuck, so I have to know if it's the fuck me or the fuck you. That's a natural 20.
Natural 20! Go ahead and roll damage for me. And what are you attacking with?
My light hammer.
Okay.
Which is as high as I can get on the D4. It's a 4. So 8 plus 7 is 17, 15? 15.
So as you go to do this, you are able to cleave through the one that you were swinging at and hit the other one. Tell me how you do it.
Well, it's I mean, it's very much like maybe he just swung too hard and when it broke through the mid
Can you hit
torso and
both
just kept
Can you hit
going.
both of them?
Okay, there's 1. And there's 2. And it kind of like I put all of my weight into this and I expected it to hit thud and it didn't. It kept going, and so it kind of just like I'm a little less graceful than I want to admit, and I just kind of kept going, and just, it's like ah.
As it cleaved through both of them, both of their spines, as both of them literally folded over like very much like a slinky, like if you put a slinky down and then
Yeah.
like that literally happened to their spines as you watch the life fade from their eyes, and then they both turn into gelatinous and go into the portal.
This is the most traumatizing putty patrol I've ever fought.
Correct. You got it.
I feel like I'm fighting the undead here, y'all.
As-
This is really unnerving.
As there is Blue Jean, but there is no distractions around you right now.
Okay.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Make a wisdom save.
Is there any way to see the history of my spell casting? Or no?
Not really, other than you marking off the spells that you've used.
there's
Because I know there's one third level spell slot that has been used. Oh wait, we haven't had a single sleep, right?
Correct.
No.
No,
So
we
that
haven't
was-
had a sleep yet.
See, I just don't remember.
All right, I
using
rolled
a third level
17, but
spell.
I don't think that's going to be enough for Blue Jean. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Flash
Other
of
than
Genius to give me a +5 to that. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
You are now in a level of clarity now that like
of the retreat, the one where we get a +10 to our stuff. You did do that earlier.
Was it third level though?
Pass without
The
trace.
pass without
Pass
trace.
without trace.
I used my merge with stone ability to use a non-spell slot for it. I
You've
should
done
have
it twice.
done it twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also can do it at second level, though. That's why I don't.
so you probably
No.
cast it at second level. So there is a moment of clarity now that like you have
I
just
just
this
want to make
moment
sure I
to
didn't
breathe.
use summon Fae as a
Obviously,
spell
that there is
slot, 'cause
this
I don't
entity
have
near
to
you,
use
so
it as a
you
spell
are.
slot.
What is the ability that you use to increase your spell save?
My Flash of Genius, my Spark of Genius.
You use your spark of genius in order to kind of just take a moment and center yourself, and you are going into this little mind palace of yours, and you are like, all right, there's a sniper in the works. There is now a Eugene, which mom told me there was always a contingency plan. There's always something for this motherfucker. Something has to be. There's got to be a plan. There's no way that she wouldn't have had a plan for him, for this, for anything. And your eyes are drawn back to where you came in, and a set of doors start to slowly creak open
Right here.
back towards the front. Yeah. So go ahead and open those doors fully for me. And you watch as you are in this little mind palace of yours as the doors slowly creep open. And you feel drawn to them.
Ooh. Well, I haven't used my movement yet, so I guess that's where I'm going to go with my 25 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Are you beelining it to the door?
Yeah. Okay, you said I'm drawn to
is-
it, so.
Is the Spark of Genius a reaction or a bonus action?
It's a reaction.
Cool. In this moment, if you
bonus
would
action,
like,
I
you can
couldn't
use
use
your
it.
bonus action to dash.
I can't use my bonus action. My bonus action was the heat metal.
Never mind. Then I'm a filthy liar.
You've got to stop
I know.
lying.
It's been an issue all day,
Sorry about that.
as in magic.
Yeah, I can't DM shenanigan enough.
I'm about to say I don't mean to mess up your narrative
No,
at the moment.
I
but...
have plans, but you can get to that in a turn. It's fine.
All right.
It-
That's my movement, my bonus action, and my action. So I guess that's about it for me.
Well, I have
Alrighty.
a question. Who's this guy over here?
That's me.
That's
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
That's Fuego.
Just wanted
That's
to make sure.
Fuego.
Cool.
Because he
So
was
we
just so off in the
we
corner.
move on to the changelings that are no longer apparent, as they now start to funnel out of the portal.
Endless
Bing, bing.
minions.
So they're going to drop down
They are the
Here.
undead.
here.
Or
I
they
had a
are
feeling.
5'10".
mass-produced
Bing.
constructs.
I mean, yeah, but it feels kind of like they're undead. Like they were
Oh,
they
yeah.
were good. They went back into the portal, came back out, and whole.
What's the little guy?
Oh my gosh,
20.
this is
That's
the
the
Oh,
puppet.
that's the puppet, yeah.
Oh, Tuesday, you're in trouble.
We really need to close that portal.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I believe in you.
It hasn't gotten to my turn yet.
It hasn't been 6 seconds yet.
If only we had a Talbot.
So, so
You don't even know who a Talbot is.
6 changelings
There
pour
you go,
out of
1,000
the portal,
points.
and they all are, because he is the closest to it, gang up on Tuesday.
I'll have you know, my mama did tell me who Talbot was.
They're going to get 2 attacks each.
Oh my.
She had a lot to say.
You don't know.
Let's see which ones have advantage. So we'll start with the one that doesn't have advantage because he doesn't have flanking. So
Oh,
2
boy,
attacks.
I'm so glad I ran away.
So 2 attacks for Tuesday. An 8 to hit and a 23 to hit.
That's you, Colleen.
Oh, sorry.
On Tuesday.
What about it?
He's being hit.
He's getting
Being-
he's
What did
getting
he get?
he's getting ganged up on. So
Okay.
first 2 attacks, an 8 to hit and a 23 to hit.
8 does not hit. 23 does hit.
Okay.
Are you
The rest are
sure
going to
the eight
be
doesn't hit?
with advantage. So there is 5 sets of guys, all with 2 attacks with advantage on him. That is a
Poor
9,
boy.
All Alright.
A 14.
Tuesday. You're going to die.
A 19.
So wait, one more. It was a 9.
9.
Okay.
14.
9.
He'd-
14.
Does a 14 hit?
Wait,
He's
I have
not-
wait.
Yeah, he's not
we
doing
have to-
attack. He's doing attacks right now, not damage.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this is all just based off AC.
You're good. You're good. So wait, the 23 hit.
Yes.
Okay, yep.
9 does not hit.
Okay. 14.
14 does hit.
Okay.
2 hits.
So a 19 will also hit. Number 4. 15.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You're counting for me, thank you.
I'm also counting.
So it was 2. 18. Dirty 20. 23.
I don't think Tuesday's
21.
gonna make this one.
Wait, okay.
19.
It's okay.
23.
We can avenge him.
10.
So
10
10 hits.
He's gonna die, but we'll let the DM roll all the dice for the fun of it.
Well, I'm almost at full, and also I have immunity to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered. So
Werewolf! He's just.
Yes.
So,
Yes. High five.
so I'm gonna roll the damage specifically because I need this validation. But
It's
also,
so we know how much damage he doesn't take.
correct.
also karma because of the one time that I was rolling all of those that like natural 20 and all this stuff and doing all the damage, and it turns out that I couldn't. I
Yeah.
don't remember. It was one of the.
Oh my
holiday
gosh, it was
ones.
a
So-
Christmas special.
Yeah.
So, there-
I'm just passing the luck around.
so each of them gets a +2 for damage. So this is a base 20 damage. I've rolled 6, so
I
20.
can't believe you
24,
brought one thing in
28,
here to
31,
absolutely nullify the nukes.
34, 35, 36, 37,
I'm so proud of you.
38,
You know already.
39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46,
I'm just gonna get you
47,
to a high enough level.
50 points of piercing damage. So, had this worked,
It still wouldn't have taken me down.
all 6 Kalins come out and absolutely shank the motherfucking hell out of this man. And y'all watch as all 6 of them mindlessly pour out twin daggers and just jab, 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 jab. And for a split second, everyone's like, oh, fuck, he's dead. And y'all watch as they pull the daggers out and the wounds instantly close, and Tuesday instantly looks pissed. Tuesday now goes into a barbarian rage.
Okay.
So Tuesday now has advantage on all his attacks.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. And then I guess he doesn't have any reactions.
No, because nobody
Right.
left his. Everyone came in. Nobody left his.
Right.
his
Combat
Square.
circle.
Thank you.
So his total damage was what, 25?
It would have been 50
But-
because it's non-magical. He doesn't.
Still
take it.
wouldn't have.
Oh,
Still
I
wouldn't
thought
have
it was
killed.
resistant. I didn't think it was
No,
immune.
it's immunity.
Oh,
It says immunity.
fuck.
This reminds me of the one time I was playing.
The problem is when y'all were beating up the werewolves, y'all were all using magic or magical weapons.
Uh-huh.
These are just plain ass daggers.
Gotcha.
Because this isn't
Fun.
like these aren't like magical canons. These aren't like magical changelings. These are the rejects that were given like just cheap ass daggers and like go my child soldiers.
Also, I have enough.
It's my
points on
baby.
him that even that would have been a. He
Yeah.
would have been low, but he would have been
So
alive.
the changelings all gang up on Tuesday, does nothing, and they all like all of them are mindless, but Kaylin looks fucking pissed. We get through all of that
I can't
shenaniganery.
believe-
I have such a good pet guy.
We get through all that shenaniganery to go to Fuego's turn. So Fuego, it's on you, Rocky. You're on deck.
Yeah, Rocky's here.
So what you're saying is we need to send Tuesday through the portal so he can take out
Tuesday.
through the portal so he can take out the main body of the army before they get to come through. Just put him on the guard duty.
We don't know if I can control him.
Is
through the portal,
is Tuesday gonna go through the portal?
through the portal is not my plan.
Okay. Can you make sure that I'm outside of 60 feet from fake Eugene?
Blue Jean.
Blue Jean?
You want me back you up?
Tuesday is not planning on going through the portal.
Of the puppet or the Eugene that just came out of her skull?
Whichever one is going to be the closest.
Well, he's
So
the closest.
The closest one is Blue Jean, and he's the one on top of the table.
The one that was the puppet that
Okay.
was the
He's the
conduit
one-
or whatever was
The little red one with the battle axe, that is the Eugene that came out of Shale's head.
the one that
Okay.
was acting as a spell enhancer conduit or
we
whatever.
could
was the puppet,
move you
though.
like back
The
here.
puppet Eugene was the one that you had issues
Yeah.
with
And would I
before.
be within 120 feet? Here's another 60.
Do we know if Blue Jean is also a spell
Oh,
conduit?
the portal.
Like if you also
portal
can
and
extend the range,
Portal.
or do you not know?
Yes,
That
you'd
is
be within
undetermined.
120
Okay,
feet.
okay. That's what I thought.
As of
who?
right
Gun
now,
of
so he tried.
the,
Fuego tried to
original
cast a
Caleb.
spell magic on the portal,
Gun.
and
Oh.
Caitlin was able to use the
You
puppet
would
as
still
a
be
conduit to
within
channel
range
her
of that
counter
too.
spell through it.
120.
and I would still be outside of.
We have no
Yeah.
proof of it with Blue Jean.
Yeah.
So,
So,
how far would
It
I
stands
need
to
move?
reason because he came out of
You
your
gotta-
skull.
you gotta
Caitlin
come
probably
over
doesn't
here.
have a connection.
where you can like
But
back
That's
here.
what I
so
was
you can
thinking,
still
but
see.
we don't know.
But you also don't
Back
know
here.
if he has his own motives, and maybe he's just gonna just let it rock.
Yeah.
25, 30.
Obviously, he's
Here,
magical
right?
to some
I
degree.
think you
as
want
he
to be
just
here.
Here.
ripped himself out
Because
of
that
your
way
head.
you're like by the column, so you can still see.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's 30 feet.
I think you'd have to like.
10,
Past
15.
the pillars is non-existent.
Oh, past the pillars is
The pillars is the
Pillars.
walls.
back here.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like putting a wall up for all of it, so the pillars are a
So you have to be like in here.
yes.
Okay. Am I within the 60 feet for the Eugene?
Or you hit here. This is a wall.
Okay. Here.
Okay.
I'm within.
You're still within 60 feet of Eugene.
Blue Jean.
Also, I don't know if you heard, we don't know if Blue Jean
Is bad.
can, or if Blue Jean is able to be Kaylin's counter spell.
So
We have no
Yeah.
proof that he
the,
can do
the,
that.
the Eugene, the Eugene was ripped from Shale's head. You can make a logical inference that there is probably no connection from Kaylin to him. So at the very least, you know the puppet is out of range. So you know at the very least the puppet that Kaylin admitted that she was controlling, because you saw like the puppet
Yeah.
strings on her hands. You know that the puppet will be out of reach.
Okay.
So,
This
Alright.
new Eugene
Puppet's
that has
out
now
of reach.
entered the fray,
We don't know.
you don't know what his vibes are.
Okay. We're gonna find out then.
But he's not the same thing as a puppet.
Yeah. We're gonna find out.
He's Blue Jean.
We're gonna see how cool your Eugene buddy is. We're gonna do a 4th level dispel magic portal.
Okay.
The weapon that Kaylin has, the heat metal. I'm gonna attempt to dispel magic both of those.
Okay.
ooh.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry.
You're good.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna keep this here because that is the
Inspiration.
inspiration. Natural 8 or natural 3. So
Or inspiration?
so
What are you getting the inspiration, the advantage from?
Being a
being
the
a
goblin.
Vedalken.
It's
Being blue.
It's just advantage on saves period in a sentence, yeah. It isn't. It's not against spells. It's just advantage on saves.
No, it is straight advantage.
Okay.
And you said wisdom?
Yep.
Yep, it is a Vedalken trait.
Okay.
Advantage
So-
on all saves or all wisdom saves?
I think
On all-
wisdom, intelligence, charisma.
Ooh.
Yep, wisdom, intelligence, and charisma advantage on all
Just
those
period.
saving throws.
Fucking broken as shit.
So 8, 15. I'm going to use the D6 inspiration to add to this.
That's like 6 D1s.
Fuck you.
That's an extra 6, so 21.
Woo! Incredible. Your vision goes black.
Yet again.
Yet again. And it, just as quick as it goes black, it goes blindingly white, as if you're like taking a nap and someone just flips the lights on for you. And you're kind of coming to and trying to focus your vision. And as you come to, you are in an open field, and you see a man dressed in a suit facing away from you. And as you're kind of like looking around, taking the atmosphere, you don't feel like you're on the material plane right now.
Hello? Hello?
I've spent a lot of time on that weapon. A lot of magic, energy. And you just want to fuck that up. The figure turns around. You see an older gentleman, very like silver fox of like the dark gray hair, but like hints of black. A long kind of like scruffed out like goatee with a little bit of stubble. You as the player would recognize this as an older version of Father Son Spark, but to Spark there is no resemblance. He has a very ornate watch, a necklace with the medallion of the Sunspark logo, but none of this is ringing bells for you right now. If you want, you can go ahead and roll a history check.
Sure, let's do it. Why not? Okay.
History?
Yep.
28.
28. You recognize that the symbol that is around his neck is ancient for you. That this is some type of allegiance or clan that is long since dead. That there may be inklings of a cult still representing this logo, but the origins of this go back years and years and years before your mother was alive. And so you recognize that this creature is either very old or is representing an old ideology. And I will say, with as high as a roll as you have, and recognizing that you're not on the material plane, this creature probably isn't living anymore. And as you're kind of getting to your senses and getting more arcanely astute to what is happening, you recognize that you are on the astral plane.
The astral plane.
You heard it here, folks. He's dead. We killed him. Campaign 2 is a success.
Woo! Spoiler alert!
And killed my daddy.
And all it took was for someone to admit that there was Sunspark. Wow, that's crazy.
If only.
I'm an actor. I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't realize that it was your piece of equipment.
It is, and I would heavily suggest you not continue this course.
You gotta tell the dog not to do something.
Well, when you tell a person not to do it, they feel more compelled to do it.
I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just heavily suggesting you don't.
Yes, when someone heavily suggests to not do something, that prompts the person to want to do it even more. So what is in it for you if I've decided to take a different course of action?
What's in it for me? Another chance. You're not as dumb as the rest of these little toys out here make themselves out to be.
I sneeze.
You understand your predicament. You understand the gravitas of your situation. And I would simply like to remind you that there are forces beyond your control happening at work here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you choose to go another route, avoiding this conflict, let's just say you your family, and your compatriots can be spared from whatever wrath is brought down upon them. Whomever you deem safe.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Being as we are on the astral plane, I assumed you to have been long gone with quite a bit of influence, or people who are still members of your ancient organization.
You see him kind of like wince when you say ancient. The same level, like if like you're like at work and someone's like, "Yeah, I'm 18," or "I was born in 2000," you're like, "Oh, fuck."
Yep.
Like that level of wince, you're like, "Ah."
The word was chosen.
Yes.
Didn't care.
That same level of like, oh, dude, come on.
Sorry, that was insensitive.
A little, but I will forego your transgressions. All I ask is for you not to interfere.
Interfere with the weapon? Or just this
Interfere with her.
with her?
If her weapon is destabilized, that will cause things to go quite awry.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, if it does, then you and all your friends will probably die.
We will probably die if we just let it happen. Either way, it was going to happen.
Not if you give her what she wants.
Well, what she wants, she will use me until I am dead to get that. Either way, I face the barrel of a gun now, or I face the barrel of a gun in 2 minutes.
Not necessarily. For if we work out a little deal in here, I have complete control.
You have complete control.
Complete control.
Complete control.
Complete control. Where's that fucking bird?
I just like the ethereal echo. Complete control.
Firebolt. Sorry, I hate birds.
Me too. So, my proposition.
Mm-hmm.
You don't disarm that magic.
Mm-hmm.
She's able to continue with her plan. None of your friends are harmed. If you do, I cannot guarantee your safety.
Mm-hmm. And you can guarantee our safety because you're a god?
For you to understand, let's just call it that. And think of me as her patron.
Okay.
In layman's terms, her powers come from me. If I am not here, she is set free. And if she is set free, this world will fall to chaos.
And she becomes set free by you not being in control.
Correct.
So by you containing them continuing with their plan, is the only thing I gain, and these people that I've just met gain, is we escape with our lives?
You tell me. Is there something more you wish to? By all means. I am a man of business. I'm here to bargain. I simply offer your safety. If there's something more you wish, by all means, I am all ears.
Well, you'll have to understand that by them continuing their discourse, if I let them continue their discourse, it would still result in my demise.
Not if I tell them not to. Your demise is simply by standing in the way of what is happening. The course is charted and the pieces are moved. It will happen regardless. It all just depends on if you stand in the way or not. And where it stands right now, you are standing in the way. It is not my fault if you get caught in the crossfire. For if you choose to have a new sense of direction, I can change the target.
Mm-hmm. And who would be the target?
I don't think you're going to like the answer to that one.
Oh, I know I'm not. But indulge me.
Checks his watch. And you hear the ticking, but it's a lot slower than what a second would be. Like, it feels like it's almost every 5 seconds it's actually clicking. And you're hearing it a little bit louder as he puts up the watch. Let's say we're just going to have a bit of a family reunion here in about 6 seconds.
You know, something that maybe you should have learned. Fate is not always in your hands.
Maybe not.
That's my shtick.
But let's find out. Before he starts to pull his hand away from the coin, and before you're able to look and see, he pulls out a revolver, shoots you in the face, and you are back into the moment as you see Blue Jean, his energy, his magic is around his hands, almost like a little lasso, pulling your mind back into your body as Dispel Magic resolves. The portal dissipates. Hunter's Mark is still active, but the gun is now innate. It is no longer magical.
Yay!
This could be good or it could be not so
Oh,
good.
we're fucked.
I guess we're not so good.
There's an ancient sort of god that's fucking Kalen's fucking working with. That fucking bullshit. Oh, and also, oh man, I just met some dude. We are so fucked. Kill him. Gotta kill him.
All right, well, I'll deal with that just as soon as I deal with this inexplicable feeling of having to go to this back room here.
Are
You
we
like 6
trying to
seconds.
kill
It
something?
said the magic word. I like the back rooms.
That Kalen's dealing with some dark fucking shit. They can't be
Yeah?
allowed to succeed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're kind of
I
on
kinda
that
figured.
page.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I just spoke to an ancient fucking god.
Well, way to be in the moment there, dude.
Yeah. Oh, and Kalen, copy whatever. Fuck your master. And fuck you too.
Yeah, well, he said, I don't know anything about your master, but fuck him. He sounds like a dick. You sound like a dick.
I'm not saying anything, but that's good. Because fuck him. And that's it.
I'm just here to help.
I still don't understand why I'm here.
I feel like Tuesday's looking back at me like,
Rocky, it's on you.
Rocky, it's on me.
mouthful of puppet.
So, I just want to make sure that portal is gone.
Yep.
Done.
My last command to this wolf was to go take the puppet and fling it through the portal. And he's like looking at like, what do you want me to do now?
Can I get a 20-foot radius sphere?
20-foot radius sphere. I think... for now, just start taking shit, and then I'll fucking find
Is
a
the
20-foot thing.
Yeah, I need
Was the
something for
moonbeam
20
not-
feet.
No, but Fairy Fire is a 20-footer. Fairy Fire is a 20-footer.
Oh, yes.
That at least can get you...
There is maybe a way that I can do this.
And also, was it a cone or just a straight line?
What
But
what I'm going to use?
sphere.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Radius, yeah. So it needs to be a circle.
Oh, 20-foot radius sphere.
Yep,
Okay. Alright.
that's for a cube.
Yeah. Where does
I
it
can
say
go
a
first.
radius on these?
Well, that one won't. They'll just be little circles.
It'll be there. 20-foot radius sphere.
I assume it'd be something like that.
That's
I think that's
15.
30. Wait, that's only 15?
Yeah, it's a 15-foot.
Jesus
That's-
Christ.
This is a
Are you sure? Because that's big.
Yeah.
15-foot radius.
Radius.
It means it's a 30-foot long.
Oh, got it.
Fair enough.
30-foot diameter.
Yeah, this is a
Shatter.
20-foot
This
cube.
is a 10-foot sphere.
20-foot cube.
Well, either way, what I want to do,
Okay. Hit me.
I have this cool ability, right?
Okay.
That hits everything
This is
in
not a
a
cube.
20-foot radius sphere.
This has got to be.
So-
That's what it means.
What I'm trying to
It
do,
says cube, but that's clearly
the
a circle.
idea is, I want to hit these 3 guys right here, and Kaylin, if that's possible.
Okay. Go ahead and do the placement. What is the range on the spell?
150 feet.
Okay, so you definitely have the range for it, as
Yeah.
long as it's within line of sight.
Yes.
That
So
says 20-foot cube, but doesn't say radius.
This is a 40-foot cube. So it's a 20-foot radius.
what does this one say?
This one says 20-foot cube.
Well, regardless.
But it's not. This is a 40-foot cube.
So if you put it here,
Once again, I don't think it's this big. That
Yeah,
just
that's-
doesn't. Because
22.
15,
so let's
5, 10,
let's,
15. So
let's
20
just,
would be. Sorry. It's 15
Pick-
radius, right?
just pick a spot.
So 1, 2, 3.
So just don't count too much.
Where's
Just
a
pick it-
circle that's
pick-
this
pick-
big?
Just pick a spot. So your right hand. Put your right hand back there. Pick it up. Alright, so keep it like steady so that I can pick it up, but keep
Where's
it
the
above
line?
the point. Okay.
Here's a 30-foot cube.
I think I can work with this one.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Look, I'm just looking.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
So this is like 15.
This is a 40 foot.
Ah, yeah, because...
Sphere.
Yeah.
We need
5,
30.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
We need a
35.
sphere.
No,
not a-
40.
Yeah, so this is a 40 foot, but it's a sphere and a cube, but it still can work for what we're trying to
Yeah,
do.
it still works,
That
because we
one's
can
still
just
too big.
subtract 10 feet from it.
Well, it's still the same size because it's a what was a 15 or 20 foot.
20.
20.
Yeah,
We
so
don't
this
have
is still the same
anything that's
size.
the
It's just a
exact
sphere
size.
instead of a cube, which is
It-
fine.
Which it's supposed to be. It's a sphere.
Oh, so this is a sphere. So this is exactly what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Cool.
We
So
don't have
yeah,
any spheres that are
this,
the right size.
This is a sphere and this is the right size.
I just wanted to make sure that I was able to hit at least those 4 people.
Yeah. So as long as you
someone
the center of the target is going to be basically the front of the front of like her little
The little
doorway
altar.
here. Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do, I was right here. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15 feet forward.
And that will give you line of sight.
And you're going to see a bunch of little sparkles in my hand. Just
Okay.
intermittent sparkles. And I kind of
Oh, this is.
gently toss it forward. And it erratically floats to its point of destination. And when it gets there, it erupts in a flash of light. I am casting Searing Sunburst.
Ooh.
Okay. Hey, Papa, what's it do?
You must make a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 14.
I will make one giant one for the
I got all
lot
my
and one
numbers
for
mixed
Kaylin. So for the lot of the rejects, said con saving
Yes,
is going to be a 15.
of course.
Kaylin. 28.
Alright. Each creature in that 20-foot radius sphere must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or
Organizational
take
Travis is having
2d6
a
radiant
minute.
damage. It doesn't say anything about half damage, so I
So-
guess that resolved pretty easily. Didn't
So you send this radiant bolt into it, and it is a searing, blinding light. And as you're realizing it, the gun that just got drained of its magic is absorbing the radiant energy into it and is trying to almost recharge itself.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
So the Kalins take no damage, and the gun is slowly starting to recharge, and you're starting to see the little blips and lights. It's not a full effect just yet, but it seems as though it's trying to regenerate and restore whatever magic was lost from it.
I see.
I wouldn't do that again.
No, I probably wouldn't do that again either. That, unfortunately, was my whole thing. I can't do anything else. I thought that was going to be such a cool move. PT.
Seems to happen a lot.
Damn.
Okay. You guys watch as the Dragonborn in the corner is struggling against the chains once more. There is 4 chains around it. There's one around each arm, one around each leg, and then there's another one in its throat. So 5 in total. It's able to snap its head forward and break the chain around its neck as it's still screaming and struggling, trying to break free from the other 4 chains.
We don't know if he's friendly or not.
Top of the order before that happens, just as swift as the portal was dispelled,
Not a door.
The door!
That's worse.
from an outside perspective, Talbot, what does the outside of the Madman's box look like?
The outside of the Madman's box truly does look like, in this particular iteration, it looks like a beaten up, hidden,
It's spherical.
hidden stone structure with a door. That is the camouflage that is chosen for this, as it's meant to blend into different environments.
As it's kind of coming to you, like the stone structure that's behind it, you start to see this crooked, kind of falling apart door kind of materialize. And Talbot, are you exiting the Madman's box, or are you just trying to park it for now?
Well, I was initially just trying to stop it, but I think I'll make an exit, get some fresh air, think about it.
You exit out and take in the scenario around you. The first thing that catches your eye is Eugene on the table, and you recognize Eugene, but there is a red tint to his eyes compared to the light purple that you're used to, which is already red flag number 1. Red flag number 2, you see your son in the corner, and you see him, like, not necessarily scared, but like kind of coming off the rambling of dealing with ancient god shit. The portal's broken, like that whole rant that Fuego just did. You're kind of coming into the end of that, and you're seeing your son kind of like still like on edge, so you know something's off as you take in the scenario, and you are now at the top of initiative.
Okay. Close the door to the Madman's box.
So you don't know fully what is going on. You see a dragon in chains. You see the changeling army, a werewolf with a Eugene puppet in its mouth, Eugene on the table, a wolf, this eclectic group of characters, your son in the corner, and a changeling person with a gun that is seems like to be slowly recharging with some type of divine energy.
Fuego, what is happening? Fucking person dealing with ancient fuck. Oh, hi, mom. Hi.
Automatic response.
Yeah, literally.
Ancient god shit. Fuck with destiny. Is trying to do some shit.
I'll get you a couple of eggs, please.
And has some sort of fate plan bullshit, and they need your Madman's box in order to do it, I guess.
I don't trust myself. Honestly.
And that's what I tell my other self.
Okay.
And I'm like,
So Talbot is now in on what is happening.
okay, who's on your team? I need to know who I'm fighting. And then he'll point out.
Copy paste. Now Talbot understands what is happening with the combat.
Yes.
As so does everyone else across the battlefield as mom and son reconnect.
This is so heartwarming. Can we please continue what we were doing? Still recharging her weapon.
Yeah. We are going to. I have to stay here to protect that. So let's see what they want to do. I will go ahead and cast a
I dropped some.
power word stun pointing at the palette, the glowy divine fuck.
Incredible.
Do they have 150 hit points or fewer?
No, they do not.
Okay, so their speed is 0 until the start of my next turn. Then they can make a Constitution saving throw at the end of each of its turns to end the condition on a success.
Okay.
Well, right now it can't move, so and it's got more. It's pretty hefty, so it's going to take a lot of hits. Go to work.
Oh,
Cool. Anything else, Talbot?
I don't know who was saying oh, because my character definitely doesn't have that voice, but
That's what.
It's their inner monologue.
That's what Talbot's got going on.
Exactly.
We're gonna move to Kaylin, who is going to
no wonder we have
use a 5th level spell slot to bonus action magic weapon to try and use the energy from the whatever radiant bullshit that you did and try and reinvigorate it. I'm gonna roll a d100 and see what happens.
It doesn't work.
And
71.
It doesn't work.
You seem like you have a thing that you want to do.
if they're casting,
Their casting magic weapon is a bonus action.
the magic weapon is a. What is it at its base? Is it?
Its base is a. Second.
Not knowing that it's going to be upcast, I will do third level counterspell reaction for Talbot.
Okay.
In which, due to one of my feats, I have to roll a d4. If I roll a 3 on the die, I do not expend a spell slot to cast counterspell.
Fuck yeah.
So. That is a 1. So.
If it is.
But actually, it's going to be a signature spell, so I will use that for free, as I will get that once. I can cast that one, so I will not expend a spell slot to cast that.
Incredible. So I still need you to make the ability check to try and do the counter spell. So go ahead and roll a d10.
A d10?
Sorry, a d20. My bad. I'm looking at the DC.
Okay, no, you're good. You're good.
Trying to do math. DC 15.
DC 15. We're going to go ahead and we will use the DM inspiration
Okay.
for this. And I will use the luck point.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow, the highest out of those 4 was a natural 7. That is insane.
Are you being Talbot or are you being
Talbot.
Okay.
Talbot, yeah, so we're looking at a 13.
13 fails.
Yeah. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah. So despite Talbot's best efforts, there seems to be some type of deity that is counteracting your magic at this current moment. Maybe it's because you're frazzled and you're not able to tap into the same full arcane that you were able to. Maybe it's because of this divine energy that's happening. They are able to push it off, push the energy into it, and recreate the magical energy. They're not able to move, but they're going to look over to you as you see that same magical energy amplify even more as almost an ethereal logo of the Sunspark logo kind of floats above her head. She's going to channel Divinity Fan the Hammer, and she's going to unload the entire clip at Talbot for stunning her. So we are going to be rolling some attacks here.
Cloak of Displacement,
disadvantage.
Okay. She is going to take the sharpshooter minus for all the attacks. So that is a 16 to hit.
No.
Nope. A 22 to hit.
Yeah, I think that does it.
Okay.
Yeah, it does it.
So it's 1, 2,
That doesn't
3,
mean it's true.
So after that,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So from lowest to highest,
20 CAC.
20 is the AC. Misses. Hits. So 4 hits in total. No crits. She's already used her bonus action, so she's not able to add any smites onto it. Each of them are going to be at the plus 10 for sharpshooter. So 40, 50, 60. Okay. 66. 72. Nine. 83 points of piercing.
That's a lot of piercing.
And you cannot regain hit points on your until the end of your next turn.
That also kind of sucks.
Okay.
So no healing effects or anything like that. Just like no regaining. Hit
Yeah,
points.
Talbot cannot regain hit points until the end of their next turn.
Alright.
So their next turn, no healing.
Ouch.
Yeah, weapon of certain death.
But not magical anymore.
It is magical. She was able to re-imbue it with
Oh.
magic weapon as a bonus action, and Talbot wasn't able to counterspell it
Dang.
because she upcasted it at 5th level to imbue as much magical energy as she could, and then the radiant energy that that Rocky was able to use. She was able to kind of infuse that. It's not going to have the same as much of an effect. So I will say then, if you do try and do any healing, you'll take half healing because it's not the full magical effect. So she's able to kind of like reinvigorate a little bit, but it'll basically be resistance to healing instead of the full cancellation of healing.
Gotcha.
Alright.
So that is it for Kaylin. Shale and the wolf pack, it's on you. Spark, you're on deck.
You can do it. Buckle up.
With us, with Tuesday and I being
For what?
For the stun.
Con save, natural 20, so 29.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
With Tuesday and I being shared initiatives, we can I can have we can stagger our bonus actions together, right? Or do we have to do separate?
Tell me what you are looking to do. It should technically be this person and this person, but if you are able to theme it in a way to where it would make sense of how you guys...
I mean, I guess having Tuesday have his
If
turn first.
if it's cool enough to where you can, like...
I just want to get Tuesday out of the way. I'm just wondering if I can do that before I go.
How are you going to attempt to do that? Because he is currently surrounded and against a brick wall.
Oh yeah, he would have to get out.
The only way for him to go is by magical means, because there is quite literally no way out. He is physically surrounded and against a wall.
I mean, he could take his attacks, and then if he knocks one of the guys out, then...
Take his opportunity attacks on the way out, yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I'm going to have him go first and try to get him out of there. Do 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 do. Ba-dee-doo. We'll see. 11?
Nope.
No?
Doesn't hit.
Claw.
Oh, careful.
ASMR warning.
14?
14 hits.
Okay. Let's see what we get. That was the claw, because this is the second one. That would be a 5 plus 2, 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
Damage.
6 to 7. You have an advantage on attacks, by the way, because of the rage.
Okay, so we'll count that as the
So
first one?
Yeah, so go ahead. And
So wait.
We'll count the claws right now as the first attack.
Okay.
So you rolled a 14 for claws, so you dealt 7 damage there. I will give it the plus 2 for the rage, so it does 9 damage. So second attack, this will be the bite.
Okay.
You have advantage on the bite.
Yeah.
I'm concentrating on heat metal, but I think it would help outside the 60 feet range. Yeah.
Gosh, darn
Heat
it.
metal's gone.
No. It's just a 10.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 and a 6. Right? Yeah.
I have a question.
I may have an answer.
It's beside the point because we're way past the way.
Okay.
But technically all of Kaylin's attack should have been a disadvantage because of the heat metal.
Even though she succeeded the con save, it still should have been a disadvantage?
Though succeeding the con save keeps her from dropping the weapon impulsively. But if she holds on to the weapon, she has to do everything at disadvantage.
Even,
Yeah. I will read it for you.
yes. I trust you. It's...
Yeah, because I was just thinking about that. I was like...
Because then at that point to me, because the last time when this happened, I like...
Yeah, so a creature is holding or wearing the object, takes the damage from it. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can.
If it
doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Because to me, I read that as the Constitution saving throw.
Right, the Constitution throw is for hanging on to a hot object, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we interpreted this wrong as well then, because the first time she did this, she failed the con save and then chose to hold the weapon.
Well, the first time she failed the con save, she was paralyzed. You said that she couldn't drop it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. True.
Yeah, she was paralyzed.
True.
So that was my thing. It's like the first time she failed, but she was paralyzed, so she couldn't drop it. So she took the heat save and she had disadvantage and stuff. But this last time she succeeded on it, so she didn't have to drop it. So moving forward, it's okay because when I moved to do the thing, it dropped me out of the 60-foot range, so I can't concentrate on that anymore. But going forward until it's my turn, technically.
Mm-hmm.
She won't make any more attacks because it's Shale and then me. But
Alright, so I did my thing. Yeah.
Same turn doesn't directly affect the damage. Yes, you have done your attacks.
Cool.
I wish I would have remembered that before I attacked Talbot so many times, though.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
It only occurred to me when I checked to see if I was outside of the range of heat metal.
Whether or
because
not
I
the
was...
creature touching the target objects it sees on their throw, they have disadvantage debuff of the spell describes. Okay, yeah. So regardless of if I save or not, I still have it.
Mhm.
Damn. Okay, there is so much. Goddamn.
I know. I didn't think about it until after I checked to see if I was still in range to even concentrate on it. And then when I realized I was outside of the range, I was like, oh no, we've lost that thing. And so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's fucked, bro.
I knew there was a reason I was holding it. It didn't occur to me in the moment.
Alrighty. So.
Yay for learning new classes!
Woo! Yay for remembering how spells work.
One day I'll learn a new class.
Girls.
Will you?
I'm a punchy guy till I die.
Stop jacking off under the table.
No!
That's what I was thinking too.
It's my time, and I'm gonna use it wisely.
Okay. I am.
What do you play this table calling?
1, 2, 3. Okay. I am going to move my little butt. Ah! Stop coming with me.
Oh no!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 feet.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Conjure Barrage on my I hate going through all of these.
And that's the cone, yeah?
Yeah. On my longbow.
Could y'all get the cone for me?
The cone.
Which one? What size?
There's a
60.
big cone, the little cone, the middle cone.
60 feet.
60 feet. That looks like a middle cone to
Big
me.
old cone.
Big cone.
That looks like 120 feet, but alright. Woo!
It's not 120.
Just a big old cone.
You're a big old cone.
Do it like this.
Jeez.
Okay,
To
so
catch all of the Kaylin things.
yeah, so that's going to catch all the Kaylins and Tuesday.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Which is why we need
But,
to
you know,
try to get them out of the way, but oh well.
You try. Cool. Conjure Barrage.
creature,
What Conjure
okay.
Barrage do?
Throw. Oh, I guess I have to throw a non-magical weapon.
Does it
Okay,
break
so I
Tuesday's
can't-
charm if she actually hurts him?
We shall see.
So if it's throw, then I can't use. Wait, or fire a piece of non-magical ammunition. There we go. It's the air. Create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward and disappear. Each creature in a 60-foot cone must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, and then there's damage for the successful or.
Go ahead and roll a dex
yeah.
save for Tuesday.
Does he have to if he's immune?
Go ahead and roll a dex save for Tuesday because this is a magical effect.
But not a magical weapon.
It is still,
'Cause
it
it's,
is still a magical spell that is causing this to happen.
It has the same damage type as the weapon that I shot.
I'm going to be considering it magic because it is a magic effect causing this to
Gotcha.
happen.
17.
17, so
Which
Tuesday's
dex
going
of
to
16.
save. Kaylin's fucking fail. I rolled a 3 on the die.
All of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled it for the lot.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
Because I had a feeling
So
something like this would
3d8.
happen and they're just going to get fucking obliterated. So roll
Back
damage. Tuesday is going to take half and then half again because of the rage.
I wonder where their slime's gonna go now that the portal's gone.
There's that one.
Tell you what I really want right now is I want my chocolate snack, but I couldn't get the snack.
10
because it wasn't at Publix.
Piercing, I guess,
Because
damage.
apparently Publix does not have any chocolate covered macaroni.
You should fire them.
No other bonuses, just 10?
Yeah, I just said takes 3d8 damage on a failed save, or half on a successful one. Damage type is the same of that of the weapon. Same type, but not any extra.
Yeah. So the Kalins will all take 10. The one that Tuesday slashed through is going to die. The rest take 10. It's going to melt into that same puddle and then just sit there.
Okay. Should I just leave it there then?
You can take it off. That's fine. Unless you guys choose to inspect the goo.
Inspect the goo.
Unless you guys choose to inspect the goo, it is just going to sit there in a little blob of bleh.
I don't want to inspect the goo. Do you?
I mean, my artificer mind probably does, actually, but I'm all the way across the room, being inexplicably drawn to the slightly open door in the back.
Yeah. But because I only get one attack though, because I used a magical thing, right?
Yeah, so instead of using the attack action, you used a cast spell action.
Yeah.
So you've casted your spell for your action.
Oh yeah. I've done things, and that thing, and this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and just, for my bonus action, just for shits, just cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay. Is Blade Ward a concentration?
I don't think so. No, at will. 1 round. Till the end of my next turn, I have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Yeah, no concentration. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're vibing. Anything for your fate?
Let me double check something real quick. Make sure I.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
Reaction. Okay. Wolfie boy. Let's see. Definitely gonna do something with my wolf. Let me bring up all of that stats. Coolio.
Have we determined whether Dragon Boy is bad or good?
Still nothing.
Done nothing.
I don't remember what I was gonna do with him. Love that. I'm gonna have him do his bonus action teleport thingy over here. And then his little effect of Mabob can force one creature it can see within 10 feet. He also has movement too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So then, if I go to the base of the thing, is Kaylin technically within 10 feet?
Within 10
He's
feet?
here?
Within 10 feet, yes, but you'd have to jump up in order to get it.
But this is a wisdom saving thing in Mabobber. So it's not a...
Then sure.
She just
Yeah.
has to be within 10 feet.
It's a creature I can see within 10 feet.
You can see it, the wolf cannot because of how low the perspective is. Because it's a 10-foot high wall.
Yeah.
Since you're standing up, you can see him, but the wolf, because it's so low, it's like, it would be like Salem trying to look over the bed.
Is there any way that any position that he can get to where he can...
I mean, he can teleport. Can't he just teleport to the platform?
Can he teleport?
He
I
can
don't
te-
know.
he can
Because he was here. It's anywhere
Because he
from
has his
30
movement,
feet.
and then he can use his
he
movement, and
used
then
some
his
of his
bonus
movement.
action. Yeah. And then his bonus action would be to teleport the 30 feet, so he can teleport up to the top there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Use like what? Well, I want to save some of his movement for after.
How much movement does he have in general?
40.
40? Yeah, so it's like, if he's right here, 5, 10, right? 10, and then that'll give him his 30-foot jump up there.
And then he still has 20.
And then he has 20 left.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. He's gonna be up here. Yada yada bingada bombo de boom. He would still get attack of opportunity leading though.
Yeah. But that's the only way you're gonna get him to do his little wisdom save.
Cool. So, just let's see what the wisdom save is.
Cool.
How wisdom
I don't really want to waste all the other
22.
weapons. Alrighty. It was gonna be a waste putting it on the guys that we're just gonna kill anyway, so. And then I'm going to use my movement to go back down.
Wait, did she roll that at disadvantage?
She did not. Does she have disadvantage on wisdom saves as well?
Oh, it's just ability checks. Never mind. I think it's just attacks, attack rolls, and ability checks. Never mind.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then I'm gonna use my 20 feet to get back down into the fray with these guys on Tuesday, which would then give her an attack of opportunity as I'm leaving.
As she would go to take the attack of opportunity, she's currently reloading the gun.
Alright, how convenient. And then I'm gonna go ahead just do my attacks, or attack singular, on one of these dudes.
Iggy?
I'm calling them dudes.
Dudes.
I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's
She's
a dude. 'Cause we're all dudes. Hey, I'm a dude. He's
It's
a
going
dude.
to be
She's a
16
dude.
flat plus 8.
Hits.
And then 1d6, 3 plus another d6, 4, 7 plus 3, 10 plus spell level, 13.
Tell me how you do it.
Same sort of thing. With the Fey energy lob radiant
Ripples.
thing.
I'm going to go pee. You can go ahead and knock whichever one you bite down.
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy. I believe in you.
Blobbiting the blobs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that should be everything, yeah.
I like that we've been going for 2 hours and we've only done 1 round of combat.
No, we've done like 2.5.
It's because we keep interspersing with the
Yeah.
the flash scenes. I don't understand. I'm being compelled into this back corner, so I'm not really going to be any help with the
There's
Kalins.
stuff in there, so you might
Yeah.
be some help.
Yeah, player knowledge though
Yeah.
is it's fucking ouchies.
Ouchies for you, though.
Ripperoonie.
I
Yeah.
had one good surprise move, and it absolutely failed. Now I get to go back to punching.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I had one really great thing going for me that was going to give her disadvantage, and I totally forgot about that part of it.
Yep.
So, the only thing I got out of it was half damage for 2 rounds.
Thanks.
That's better than double
You know
damage
what?
for 2 rounds.
What you get for for canceling the portal on my mom.
Damn.
Look,
Did you just hold a grudge for your mom?
Yeah, of course.
you didn't know.
I think my mom would have told me.
You don't know.
Yeah,
I do.
Remember that time? It's during a failed experiment of some sort. And she goes, "Yeah, this reminds me of the time that."
Look, I had no idea what was in it. So, Talbot did what I would do.
Talbot did what I would do.
Get rid of the portal.
Which
And what did Fuego do? Got rid of a portal, which apparently is triggering to you. That Vettel can keep getting rid of portals. And I'm so sorry that you're traumatized by that and mimics.
Oh shit. I forgot about my other things.
I don't think that Spark is mimic traumatized. He's
Oh,
just
you
mimic wary.
he doesn't want to be mimic
It's all-
traumatized.
It's
He's
all trauma.
traumatized by proxy.
No, I think that trauma's not genetic.
If anything, he's traumatized by his mom yelling at him that everything's a mimic.
It's all mimics. It's all mimics. The door, it's a mimic. The toilet,
Spider
it's a
mimic.
mimic.
The bunny with a
Spider
caramel.
Nah.
Dark chocolate caramel.
Sure.
I'm not
I
gonna
will
try one. Thank you.
Dark chocolate caramel.
Oh yeah.
I also offer you a tangerine. You were in the middle of your turn when I was passing around tangerines, but if you want a tangerine.
Yes, Blaze.
Now a tangerine with the chocolate.
A chocolate tangerine.
I have
Chocolate
reservations
tangerine,
about that, though.
Chocolate, yes.
tangerine.
Caramel.
Okay. Cool.
There.
Dark chocolate caramel.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
I
don't
wanted
offer him
I
anything.
wanted it to be macadamia nuts, but Publix apparently has a problem with that, so
Bulbous Bouffon.
Okay.
I can't find they had unsalted macadamia nuts, but that was it.
Anything else for Shale in the wolf pack?
What? You too good to salt your own nuts?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Me too.
When I did the
Salt on
Conjure Barrage,
these nuts.
Yes.
I have the Dreadful Strike, which
I'd
whenever
rather
you hit a
not.
creature with a weapon, you can deal an
If it's
extra
all the same.
1d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
And it said, which can take this extra damage only once per turn. So that just means the target can only take it once per turn?
Yes.
Okay, so then all of them would still take the 1d6 psychic, right?
Yep.
Okay. Roll per target or roll for the one attack?
Just roll for the one attack.
Okay. So they all take an extra 6 psychic
Woo!
damage.
Max damage.
And all the
So
Caleb's-
we're gonna rewind just a little bit before the wolf drops down. So the wolf goes up, does the thing. When you do the Conjure Barrage, you obliterate all the Kalins. So please tell me how you kill every single Kalin in one fell strike.
So this is he wouldn't have gone down and attacked them then.
I that's why I had a feeling. So I'm like, let's rewind just a second.
I'm just gonna put them back over here for now. Okay. Cool. I guess so. The arrow shoots out, and then through, like, almost like a light aura effect, multiple other arrows shoot out, and I like to think that, like, the aura almost, like, enlarges them as well with the extra psychic damage, and so they almost, like, eviscerate through the chest of all of these Kalins. And deal that extra psychic damage that just kind of, like, radiates through.
As they all open up, obliterate, and melt into the same puddle, there is now just almost like a little moat around Tuesday of this gray viscous just goo. All of the Kalins are down. There's still the main Kalin up top with the gun that she is currently reloading and recharging. Some of the magical energy is poured back into it, but not as much as there used to be, as she's trying to, like, recreate the magical energy.
And then, yeah, he went up here, did his little psychic thingy.
Does the bite
He
attack?
still tried doing that.
Does he want to take the bite action on her instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Which my bite attack did work, right? Or no, it was
against a
16
lower
plus 8.
AC.
But I had rolled a 16 plus 8,
Okay.
which would still hit her.
What was the attack? Sorry,
16 plus 8.
16 plus 8.
24.
Thank you.
24 hits.
This was my fate wolf, right? Okay. Let me go for that. And then what did I roll for that? It was a 1d6, so it was 4, 3, 7.
13.
Yeah, because it went to a 10, and then it was the plus 3 for the spell level, so it was 13 total.
So 13
Piercing
half out of
damage.
6. Okay.
Piercing and force, though. There was some force damage in there, too. Did it matter, or
Half
both
done.
of them are both? Both are both half. Okay. Okay. So... yeah. Okay. Did that shit. And then is going to hop back down to be next to me.
So still doing the recharge thing of reloading the gun. That still is a thing.
I just took my action before and did the damage to her instead. Yeah. Cool. Now we've finally resolved the entire thing.
Okay.
God.
Anything else?
No, because I used my bonus action to cast Blade Ward on me, my wolf and my other guy use bonus action first, and Tuesday doesn't have a bonus action. So.
Alrighty. Oh, there's things. Thank you for the follow, my friend.
Follow, Judo
I was
40K.
Um.
We appreciate you. We really do.
Alrighty.
Refresh my memory. It's been like a round. Who's that
Talbot.
again? Talbot. Okay.
I think it's been like a round.
Been like almost 2.
Almost.
The first round was this
So
one.
depending on how
Second
much
round
Tori
was that
Tori has
one.
told you and how descriptive he is, you may or may not recognize them.
I feel like
But they do bear a resemblance to, I believe,
Yeah.
Fuego, maybe. Maybe a little
I feel
resemblance.
like Corey
how much
Tori
memory
would've-
resemblance do you have?
told Corey stories.
I read to tell.
Why did I say that?
Oh, lots.
Lots. Okay. I was going to check. I
Corey
wasn't going to
stories.
assume anything.
Don't
Yeah, some
don't
some people look like
encourage
their
me.
dads.
Yeah, no.
Okay, what?
So then that is it for Shale's turn. We move to
Spark.
Spark, Sparky boy,
Oh, so I'm being compelled to this door, so,
compel yourself.
yes. Y'all, I'm pretty sure that's Eugene, and Eugene always has a backup plan, so I'm just gonna go check out this door back here. You know, I think it's got a thing in it.
My intuition's right.
Yeah. Alright.
You open up, and as you go towards it, you see that there is a giant, like, dragon's head type turret, and a barrel that is like crafted into the shape of a mimic with a letter sitting on the tongue, like a handwritten letter, folded envelope, not addressed to anybody.
Alright. I'm gonna use my last 5 feet of movement now that I've seen what's in the door. I can't do it because of the door thing, but I'm gonna move in so I can grab the letter.
Okay.
Use action to read letter.
Use your whole action for that. Use a bonus action.
not even.
What the hell?
You open it up, and
This requires my full concentration.
It might.
you open it up, and as you start to read it, you recognize your mother's handwriting.
Oh, Lord.
So, there is a giant turret next to you, and
Just a
I would
second,
like
we'll
you
take
to
care of you.
describe Barrel's giant machine gun contingency plan for Eugene.
Yeah, that's
if in Barrel voice, if you could describe what the letter says. So in the side of the turret, you see the initials DTRRRRJ inscribed in the side of this turret. And the letter starts with "To whom it may concern," and basically it lays out Barrel's contingency plan of if Eugene goes rogue, here's a magical turret.
To whom it may concern, should you happen upon a smallish type wizard, ornately dressed in many shades of blue, who happens to have an intense love of blueberries and backup plans and this weird thing that everyone should be friendship and share their magic, it's so weird. So if you happen to find this guy and he starts causing trouble, I'm putting this here as a contingency, so that he might be stopped from whatever world domination plans he is inevitably planning, because we all know, and like you can see where she's like, maybe like dot dot dot, and she's like, yes, we
rambling at
all
this
know where he's going with this.
The conspiracy theories start from there.
Yeah.
Correct. And as you realize, it's
With a
actually-
full description of what Eugene looks like to the letter, so that no other small wizard in blue is taking.
It's actually a small multi-page document.
you kind of take a peek out, and it's like fitting the exact description. You look back, and you realize the barrel that is the letter is in. It was a originally just a regular barrel that was crafted to look like a mimic barrel. So like it was very much a like overcoming your own fears of crafting this, and then leaving the letter for whomever would find it. And there is now a pilotable turret.
Oh, fun.
As you get closer and kind of inspect the turret, as you kind of like touch it and inspect it, you realize that there is a sense of your magic starts to fade as you touch it. As soon as you pull away, you feel your magic come back. So you sense either
Your power ring.
from the turret itself or whatever ammunition is inside is some type of anti-magic
Oh,
something.
All right. Oh, you see, the thing is here is that I have been raised on the fact that Eugene was probably definitely evil and using us all for his own means. But this person is obviously much younger than the Eugene that would be known to my mother, and this person also hasn't done jack shit since appearing out of my friend's head. But that shit over there, she's a magical gun. And is shooting my friends and their mother.
So what would you like to do?
So I'd like to get onto the magical turret.
Boom, 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 boom. So the turret, it will not take your movement speed. The turret has a movement speed of 30 feet.
Alright, that's good because I used all my movement and get into it.
Actually, it's got wheels. It can move faster. What's the movement speed of like a regular like wagon vehicle?
Oh.
Say like 50, 60?
D&D.
So I do have proficiencies in land vehicles.
Incredible. This is definitely a land vehicle.
Because I had so many proficiencies I could take. It doesn't tell me at all what that does, but I have it.
So a horse-drawn carriage is 40, so let's call it 40-foot movement speed. I will say that like once you get behind it, it is very reminiscent of like one of the like you know how like they had like the old like kids Hummers, like the electric cars that they could like drive around.
Right.
It's very reminiscent of that, like you growing up, and it like it is more sophisticated, but it feels like the layout is very similar to what you dealt with as a kid, like with your toys. So whether this was like built for you or whether your dad used the same kind of ways that he created those toys for you to create this, like that same like mechanics and mechanisms, that on top of your level of your proficiency with land vehicles in general, it is almost subconscious of how easy you're able to flow into this.
Well, this was definitely built for a dwarf. My mother had every intention of using this for sure. Okay, so can I bring it out to where I am?
Yes, you can.
And your mother was a dwarf.
Wonderful. We love this. Right.
As you get in, there is that same sense of calm you felt when you were against the wall earlier, and you are right at home. This is exactly where you need to be and exactly where you want to be.
Ooh la la. Daddy's got a new toy. All right. Do I get any schematics on this? Do I know how far a range I have?
So go ahead and do your 40-foot movement, and then tell me what you want to do.
Oh gosh. Well, because it's really gonna depend on how close I need to get to them, because I want to stay at a distance of Eugene too. So.
Eugene's not here.
Blue Jean.
Blue Jean, not Eugene.
So, like, because I want to be in range of her, but I don't want to get too close to him. So I really just need to know the range.
So you haven't fired the weapon, so you don't know what the range.
I don't know what the range is. Okay. Well, most weapons, basic range weapons, are 60 feet. Yeah, that's a bow, crossbow, stuff like that.
20, 60.
20 feet for thrown.
20 for the first, second increment is 60.
Okay, so I have to be kind of within 20 feet. Ooh.
That's 60 feet.
This is 60.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You gotta be right next to Blue Jean.
I know. I wanted to keep Blue Jean at a distance. Oh well.
As it turns out,
So funny.
no!
You may not.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
He's so funny with the little dragon in front.
40. I'm pushing you out of the way. I'm sorry.
It's a little
Squizzy.
tank.
Squizzy.
Whoa, where'd you get that?
My mama gave it to me. It's great. All right. I don't know if that puts me in 20 feet. How far is 20? Who knows?
It's about 4 squares.
That's more than 4 squares. Damn.
Try firing it and see what happens.
I mean, honestly, yeah, but
30.
Like if it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. You know, you need to get closer.
I mean, 60 is also a range. I would just have to roll a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's about how far I can get. That's my 40 feet from where I started.
Okay.
And then I guess I'm just gonna try to, since I'm so at home, I'm just gonna try
Nothing
to
venture, nothing gain.
Incredible. Go ahead and roll me a either history or arcana with advantage, since you have proficiency in the land vehicles, just to figure out where the fire button is.
History or
History
arcana?
or arcana, like
Okay.
some type of like use
Arcana,
magical
please.
item check with advantage, because you
Or
have the
indoors,
proficiency
there's
with
no wind,
land
No
vehicles.
breeze.
What's 12 plus 9?
12 plus 9.
Ryan,
21.
21.
21 hits. Go ahead and roll me 5d10, please.
5d10. Jeez Louise, he's writing. I do have 5d10s, I'm not even gonna lie. So, 1, 2. I just have to find them.
Yeah.
3, 4. Ah! This side of the table tonight. Thank you.
It wasn't me this time.
Oh boy, do
For
we
those of
always-
you who care, the d10s are half of the percentiles.
What they
Okay,
said.
so it's a 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
30. So it deals 30 points of damage. You realize that there isn't that same resistance that she had from the other damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it is straight 30 damage. Shoots directly through her chest.
Oh, jeez.
Not like where her heart is, but the other side. Directly through, takes the full 30. And she looks down, sees the now gaping hole in her chest, and it's not like closing or regenerating. And she looks at you in panic, fear, but also anger.
Oh, okay.
Of like,
Alright.
oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Does my hunter's mark do anything?
No, because you have to be doing the damage.
Sorry, Mama. I know that wasn't who you intended it for, but she's
What
the
about with my
major
wolf?
damage right now.
I
So
will go ahead and
he
say that, yeah,
said that I had
since it
the
is
ability
a
to, when I
sublet
got
of
close
you
to
that
it,
you
it said my
can
magic
consider
kind of like felt
that
like
as
it was
well.
weakened, and when I stepped back,
So
my
if you wanna
magic
add
was
100
good.
mark damage
So I'm
on
assuming
that,
it's
that's
just
fine.
anti-magic missile.
It's anti-magic rounds.
6. Psychic.
So it's, oh, psychic?
Right?
Is Hunter's Mark psychic?
Wait. Damage.
No, Talbot can't have it.
If it is psychic, that matters.
It doesn't say, so give me a second. I think it's just extra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Hunter's Mark
Yeah, it
is
just
just extra
matches.
damage.
Okay,
Yeah, it
so
just
I-
matches whatever you're using.
So then it'll just take 3 then.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations, you found your your mom and pop turret of the Eugene contingency plan, but also now, fuck this bitch. Douche.
Like, I don't know how many rounds I have. I guess I'll have to investigate later.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, it's burn that bridge when we cross it.
What is your how many attacks do you get for the attack action?
2.
Cool. You want to try pulling the fire weapon again?
Yes! Yes,
Go
I
ahead
do.
and go for it.
Yay!
Go ahead and roll the attack.
Do I get to roll at advantage again?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball.
19! Plus, whatever.
Roll a d100.
That is a percentile, guys!
Oh, it's these ones right here. I can show you those. They're these ones. Oh my god.
37. Not my best percentile.
Do you think I'm going to roll higher or lower?
I think you're gonna roll higher.
Okay. Roll a 15.
Oh, damn.
So it is not a crit, sadly. But it's still a 19 to hit, or like 19 base. Which
19 base,
yeah,
which...
will still hit. So
Do you want me to
ahead-
add my spell attack modifier?
No, you're good.
That's a plus 9.
Yeah, I had a feeling you're fine. So you can go ahead and roll damage, so 5d10.
5d10.
Did it.
More 10s, more 10s, more 10s.
Not hymns.
Dams. Let's see. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 37.
Which is higher.
Yes.
Another shot rips through her stomach, and you can kind of start to see her intestines kind of like starting to pour out.
Oh, that's not good.
As she's like trying to like also like put them back in and like trying to contain
No,
things.
no, I
Exactly.
need you inside.
Exactly. And again, there was the panic of like, I'm gonna fucking die, but also I need to stop whatever the fuck that is. Cool.
Alright.
Any other shenanigans? You have a turret now.
I have a turret. I mean, I used my movement, and that was my attack action.
Anything for your bonus action?
Well, that's the thing.
Shoot
is
the turret again.
I lost the concentration on heat metal.
Okay.
But technically it is a bonus action to cast, but can I cast that if I use my attack action?
Is it a bonus action to cast? Or is it an action to cast?
Oh, no, it's an action to cast. Never mind. It's just a bonus action to activate. I could bonus action jump.
Do it.
Okay. Hear me out. Because this would be fucking funny. Cast jump on the ballista, and I will allow you to drive this like the fucking Harry Potter car, and it is now a flying ballista turret. Because this just seems fucking hilarious.
So before you tell me to cast jump and do that,
Yes. I'm rocking with
since
you.
the turret is a gift from my mother.
Yes.
And I have other gifts from my mother.
Okay.
In my inventory, I have that pretty purple stone that she gave me.
Yes.
Which does have the ability to give me flight as a bonus action. I can expend one charge to gain the power of flight for 10 minutes.
You notice that, like, where you'd expect there to be, like, the key turn, there is a socket for a gem.
Fucking Megazord. Gonna start combining all of Mom's inventions into a big super weapon.
I love this little
My
guy.
flying speed is
dangerous.
only equal to my walking speed, so it's only 25, but still.
I love this little guy so
But
much.
the turret's movement speed is
It's
60.
40.
Is 60.
Oh, you said it was 40.
Oh, it's okay. It's 40.
It's 40.
Oh,
Okay.
it's 40.
Don't
Now
give me
it's
that
60.
much power down.
Yeah, it's 40.
Let's meet in the middle, 120. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. My bad. 240. Just keeps going up.
DM said 240. Lock it in.
Okay.
No takesy
40.
backsies.
40 foot
dash, I
movement
can
speed
do
because
half
that's
that.
a horse-drawn carriage.
And it's gonna take the charge, right?
Yeah, it's going to take a charge. So it's going to take the charge. You
That
walk
means
it,
that means I can no longer do reverse gravity, guys. I don't have enough charges to do another one.
it boots in, and the AI voice of your mom, the barrel Siri comes over the speakers.
Oh no, child, you done activated flat.
You should probably get that patented.
Right now, it's just levitating since you've used the movement speed to move. So it is just
Too big.
it is levitating.
Suck it,
so
nerd.
Suck it,
What?
nerd. Hey.
Who did that?
Suck it, indeed. So you now have the levitating ballista turret. And on your next turn, you can fly to wherever
I
the
need
fuck
the
you feel
little
like.
thingamajigger.
Yeah, we need to figure out where
Not the thingamajigger.
Oh, they're over there.
Couldn't you just use a whatchamacallit
Ah, the
instead?
egg. Huh?
Could you just use a whatchamacallit instead?
I could. Ariel has all of those.
Ariel has all the whatchamacallits?
Yeah, she's got 23 of them or some such.
Gizmos and gadgets aplenty. Got who's and what's galore.
Thingamabobs.
Yeah, she's got a lot of
I got, like-
thingamabobs, not whatchamacallits.
Like what? Like 20?
Shit, probably.
Wouldn't you think her collection's complete?
Nah. Collections are never complete.
It's truth.
Incredible.
She's got more.
So,
Your sources.
bonus action, you have slotted the gem into the slot.
Bonus action, you fly now.
Bonus action, you fly now. Bonus action, flying turret. So we will go ahead and call that for your turn. Next would be the plethora of changelings.
That are all
but
dead.
they're all dead.
Bless you.
Hey. Woo.
They're not going to appear out of the portal? Oh, wait.
Oh my
Bless you.
lord.
Blessings and good tidings to you. Do it again and we'll have a problem.
Let's see what we are going to do here.
So what did they say on the thing?
We are
They
gonna
wanted to
do
know who we
something.
were playing, if we had a Discord, a suck it nerd, and since to shoot with advantage because with the wind, but we're indoors.
Gotcha.
And then suck it, nerd.
Suck it, nerd, in.
They were on point. I rolled with advantage anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also wanted to know what everyone was when I was doing that while y'all were taking your
Yes.
You're such a good moderator, Travis. Thank you for taking care of that for us.
This is Travis. He's our moderator.
Hi,
Travis. Hi, moderator Travis.
I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Travis.
Shit, I'm in the wrong place. Sorry. I've missed my meeting again.
Now better have a drink.
So
I'm not in the meeting.
Eugene's eyes are going to light up red
Not
and
again.
look at Talbot. I need Talbot to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Not a con save.
Are they casting a spell?
Yes, he is.
Fuego's within is within 30 feet. Counterspell.
At what level?
They will do it.
100.
Gotta protect his mama.
Fourth level.
Fourth level? Cool. Go ahead and make me a counterspell check, DC 19.
You can do
I will be using the DM inspiration.
Okay.
Natural 19.
Woo!
Incredible. So you see Blue Jean pull out an hourglass, crush it in his hands, and start to blow the crystalline sand towards your mother. And you know that there is levels of chronomancy that are happening in this moment that are like, oh no. You are able to counterspell it, and the sand kind of falls in place as he just kind of turns, looks at you, with disdain, and looks back and is still focused on Talbot, but is very pissed at you for interrupting that.
And I take out my focus and I go, got you, bitch.
Motherfucker. Speaking of which, it is now Fuego's turn. Rocky, you're on deck.
Rocky is ready. Fucker.
I was pissed. I was going to use Time Ravage.
Um,
It's going to be fucking incredible 10d12 necrotic damage on a fail save.
Fuego, filled with confidence, and was still confused as to what they should do, just looks at their mother and go, what, do you have any plans?
Many.
Yes. Dispel the magic weapon.
Are you just spelling me?
And so Fuego,
Huh? What?
Spell my kid.
Why?
no, you're fine.
I choose to believe in Fuego.
Fuego is going to cast a spell at a 5th level
Oh shit.
to dispel the weapon. And since I'm doing it at 5th level, I can choose 2 more a total of 3 targets.
Okay.
Is this a magical thing?
The skulls? The pile
Not,
of
not that
bones
you
on the
are aware
tables?
of.
Yeah, it's like I'm not aware of that.
I thought something. No, Eugene came out of the head. Never mind. I was thinking somebody came out of it. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm choosing that object, and then I'm gonna choose a 2 magical effects on the creature. All 3 of them are going to be the target of that.
Oh, but Eugene counterspells at 8th level.
Ah.
Okay, Sam.
Damn, Blue Jean.
You counterspell his shit. He's gonna counterspell your shit. Fuck you, dog.
And so he's countering.
Yes, he's countering.
Talbot counterspells.
So,
It's just a trifecta of counterspells going off.
so
Tell me.
Fuego is
Yeah.
going to not counter first, but Talbot will counter.
Okay. At what level is Talbot countering?
She doesn't know, so it's gonna be a level 4.
Okay. Kaylin is going to counter your counter spell at also level 4.
Can I cast counterspell?
Kaylin's
too?
trying to
Or-
counter the counter.
Kaylin is trying to counterspell Talbot's counterspell of
Blue Jean.
Blue Jean's counterspell of the dispel magic.
Okay.
So, bing, bing, bing.
Correct.
And because of range, just outside.
Technically, yeah, if that was on his square, then it would be away.
Blue Jean is here.
Yeah.
Talbot is here.
Yes.
Kaylin is here.
They're not using the spell focus. They're not using their puppet to go through.
No, Kaylin is casting it from herself.
Cool. Then Fuego will counter here.
Fuck. What level of counterspell?
4.
Okay, go ahead and roll. DC 18.
Good night, buddy.
Good night, my friend.
Good night.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Hope your kid gets to sleep.
Get the sleep of sleep. We all deserve it.
I wish I could sleep.
You don't sleep, you only dream.
I don't even
19.
dream anymore.
19.
Woo!
So,
I just
Natural
lay
13
there.
plus 6.
Contemplate.
the order of events. You start casting Dispel Magic. You see Eugene, the Blue Jean, head turn back to you, and
Eugene the Blue Jean.
the Blue Jean, because at this, it's too funny not to. The hands turn red and tries to stop you from it, and you're like, nope, this is fine. My mom's got me, and your mom starts to cast counterspell onto Eugene, and then you see out of the corner of your eye as well that Kaylin catches it and slices her spell in half. As it fizzles, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta do something about this. So you channel all your dispel magic into one hand, do the counter spell with the other, and stop Eugene, and he's like, looking between you and your mom, the fuck! As the dispel magic hits, what was your original target?
The
What were
The
we
gun,
doing again?
and, the gun and 2 magical effects that they have on that.
Okay, they have,
Hunter's Mark, for one thing.
so, they have 6 magical items on them, including the gun.
Okay, so the gun was already 1,
Yes.
so that is for sure.
Yes. Go ahead and
roll
make
a
me a
D6.
perception check. I will say the DC will be high because of how far you are.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is going to be extremely difficult.
I believe in you.
16.
That's
16.
a good one.
There are 3 things that catch your attention. There is her armor, a cloak that she is wearing, and you see that there are 2 necklaces around her neck. One that catches your eye more than the other.
We'll target that, and we will target.
Put your AC down.
I was thinking the armor, but the cloak is also curious because the kind of clothes that we motherfuckers are wearing.
We haven't had to roll disadvantage against her at all, though.
No, it was just half.
Unless it's a cloak of the
Yeah,
mountain
because
bag.
someone's
Forget
been
it.
using heat metal and been getting around the cloak of displacement that she's been wearing this whole fucking time, and I haven't been able to trigger the disadvantage because this fucking heat metal keeps dealing the goddamn damage and I can't get around it.
The cloak.
Yeah, no shit. So the fucking weapon, the cloak of displacement. What else? By all means.
And you said the necklace that stuck out more than the other. Mm-hmm. Those 3.
Okay, necklace of prayer breeds. Got it.
That's why you asked me which one's my favorite were.
Fucked. He's so proud of you.
Can you tell?
You solved his Kaylin puzzle.
Caleb's gonna fucking die because I was expecting.
Here's my thing, though. Here's
I was
my thing. You
expecting
asked me for Barrel's favorite magic item, and I told you it was the prayer beads. But do you remember why it's her favorite? Because it's the get the fuck out of here beads.
It's the Misty Step beads.
It's the wind one where you all turn into clouds and you go like
the gaseous form.
the gaseous where you all turn into clouds and you just take off at 600 feet from a second.
Yes, I love that stuff.
Get the hell out of Dodge beads is what they were.
This is fucking brutal. Okay. So you just shut down half of her shit. And she is now in a state of, like, she is now in panic mode. Anything else, jackass?
God, we're good at this.
Just,
Oh, by all means.
you got
Please,
this.
go for it.
I'm gonna move 5 feet forward.
Go away. I'm gonna back up.
Just,
Good night, everybody.
be like, nope.
You absolute fucker.
It's like, I'm good. I'm just gonna be over here.
You absolute fiend.
Oh, I am.
Incredible. Anything for your bonus action?
Flip
Because you
of
still got one of those.
oh yeah, what?
You've used your action, movement, and reaction.
Yeah.
And I've gotten
action,
fucked.
flip them off.
By all means.
Well, you've asked such wonderful questions that what can I do on a bonus action?
Darling, you really should have thought about bringing some friends along with you on this little trip.
Points to the broken portal. I fucking did.
I killed them all.
You know what? We just gonna be Gucci. We're gonna be chill.
Sure we are. Rocky, it's on you.
Rocky, it's on me.
Fucking sure.
Hey, guess what?
Fuck it. What up?
I'm gonna use my 60 feet of movement
Are
to
you
get
gonna
up
Are
there.
you gonna punch a hole through her chest too?
Maybe. You want me to roll in acrobatics to get up there?
You're a monk, yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
Fuck it.
defeated.
Fuck it. You just do it. You're up there.
You sound so defeated.
So the problem is, so here's my thing, right? I'm gonna walk through the magic items this bitch has. So she has 6 magical items, all of which require attunement, and I gave her her feet to give her extra attunement slots to make sure this bullshit worked.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can. I have 4.
So by the way,
I don't want to hear it.
the spell slot doesn't get expended because I rolled a 4,
Fuck you.
which is a spell level for the counter spell for Talbot.
you.
So it costs Talbot not that.
I don't care. So
Alright.
So she has the belt of Storm Giant Strength.
So she's still strong.
She's still a strong bitch. The problem is nobody's gotten within range of her until the
now.
wolf just did. Hunter's Coat, which is a leather armor that gives her +1 to AC, and then an extra like bonuses if she does like attacking with like if she hits a creature with melee attack.
Which she hasn't done.
A Cloak of Displacement, which is now dispelled. A Necklace of Prayer Beads, which is now dispelled. The Weapon of Certain Death, which can transform between the sniper rifle and the shotgun, which is also dispelled. And an Amulet of Proof of Detection / Location. That doesn't do anything because you guys can all fucking see her.
Yeah.
Which now, without the Necklace of Prayer Beads, in order to do the gaseous form to get the fuck out, she's a sitting duck. My best option is to hope to God that you don't kill her in this turn. Which, now that the anti-magic field has taken up effect, because you shot 2 anti-magic bullets through her chest, she doesn't have the same resistance that she did have. So if you can fucking kill her here,
So does the
There's
anti-magic
nothing I
missiles like
can
take out
do.
all of her magic items anyways?
it doesn't dispel the magic items, but it dispels like the magic like features that she had. Because that was it was a paladin ability that is now no longer able to be enacted.
Gotcha.
Alright, are you ready to see if you survive my fatal fury?
Fucking go for it, dog.
City of Wolves?
Go for it.
I love this game.
I hate it.
Oh no.
Going home.
Did you roll a 1?
Natural 2 and a natural 5.
A 2 and a 5, but my modifiers are only 8.
Oh.
Yeah,
So 10 and 13.
yeah, pretty much.
Doesn't hit.
Yeah, I know.
You're not within 30 feet of me, are you?
Am I?
No.
No.
Now that you have lifted yourself up,
No. No, 'cause I'd be 25 feet in the air.
20, yeah, probably not.
well, she's also
Wait,
10.
no.
She's also 10 feet in the air. I also said you're only levitating.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You are 30 feet from her.
What do I
From
get?
him.
What do I get? What do I get for being
'Cause
close
you can-
to you?
I think you can also benefit from my flash of genius. Hold on.
What is a flash of genius?
That's where I get the +5. It's like a paladin thing.
Mm.
But I gotta make sure. Hold on.
You okay there, champ?
Oh, I hit the back of my foot against the chair.
In there. That sucks.
Oh darn!
No, it's saving throws. Sorry. It's very much like a paladin. It's saving throws.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, let's see. I went in early on my neutral and I whiffed.
Do you have? I swear I've given you inspiration at some point.
If you insist I have, then I will.
I feel like you have at least at some point done some inspirational bullshit.
Sure. So I'll just go ahead and re-roll that because you
Let's-
say I have.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do some theater of the mind shit. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Woohoo! I'm not very wise. Yes, I am. What am I talking about? That's my secondary stat. 15.
You come to as soon as you are in the face of Kaylin, you are like, you know the plan of action. They have opened up the window. You are ready to strike. And you kind of go into your own little mind palace here, and fall back to your times in the dojo. Describe for me how Koritori trained this young Padawan of his.
This young Padawan. Well, when they weren't at the dojo, which was pretty often, because Koritori was a wanderer. He liked to move around, see the sights, become, the best person he could be. A lot of their training came in the form of brawling in bars and street fighting and just general chicanery.
Okay.
Corey Tory would nap her.
So you're kind of like all at once reliving these fights of you starting them, you ending them, and kind of going through like what went wrong, what went well, and you were kind of reliving the moments of all like in split second, very like the Doctor Strange time loop kind of thing happening. You were seeing the moments that like the bar fights that went well, how you were able to get the jump on them, or you were able to do some good counter strikes and get the upper hand. But you also remember the ones where they got the jump on you and you weren't able to do as much, and you're kind of like calculating, okay, what went wrong, what was going on here, and all of this noise of like you replaying these memories stops and you hear your master's voice. What guiding words would Koritori give to his young apprentice?
Well, seeing as Koritori isn't really a teacher per se, as all he is doing is taking his kidnapped child and making them fight people. No, he is teaching. One of the big things he would always say is use your failures as a way to progress. When you admit failure, you're cheating. Jeez, I had the phrase in my head and I can't remember it now.
It's not try again, it's whiff again.
Whiff so you don't whiff again. Only whiff once.
Whiff on you, shame on you.
Whiff on me, shame on you again, I guess. Failure is a choice, and it only begins when you stop trying. That was the words.
So what failure are you going to pull upon now to influence you in this moment?
Well, I do remember one time. I was the fight devolved into a chase down an alleyway, and the person I was fighting was running, and they had hopped a fence or a large wall of some sorts. Something of the similar height to this right here.
Mm-hmm.
And as I climbed up after them, they got the jump on me.
So you are reliving that moment. So you very deftly climb up the wall, and you see as she's reloading, looks up at you and is ready to hit you with the gun butt. And you're reliving that exact moment of as soon as you climbed up, they got the drop on you, and you hear your master's words. Don't let your failures define you. Use them as learning and become better. And as she goes to gun butt you, you duck underneath it. Bop, bop. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Yeehaw.
Bob.
Roll both with advantage?
Yes.
Okay, cool, because that's a 19. And... Or that was a 19 on the die.
Incredible.
So, and
Two
then
hits.
this... Yeah, and then this one was up. 9 plus 8 is 17. Did I say that right?
You've
Yeah.
shut down like half my shit. I don't want to fucking see this goddamn cheeky ass smile from your ass. I don't want to fucking see it because I know there's some bullshit
So
that
I
you're
have, I
playing.
have a question.
How many dispel magic do you got in the tank, and how many do I have to counterspell and still get fucked over for? What's the question?
So you said that when I was investigating here, that when I got closer to it, I felt like my magic was kind of away, and then when I got away from it, it was back.
From the turret itself. As you get into the driver's seat and you're firing the bullets, you realize that the bullets are infused with like anti.
Right, but am I still affected while I'm sitting on it? So like, am I effectively anti-magic now? So I can't cast spells?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You more so realize that it's the bullets because you were like kind of like inspecting the front of it, like where the bullets would shoot and fire from. So it's like kind of like the barrel of the gun, for lack of a better term. As you're like kind of inspecting it, you feel the energy from it, but as soon as you pull away, you realize that it's like it's not affecting you. And especially as you're in the driver's seat, you've inserted the gem. You are like, you're feeling better than ever. You're ready to go. You realize that it's the ammunition that is causing the anti-magic as a precautionary measure for Eugene specifically.
Gotcha. Cool.
It was a 29 and a 17 to hit.
Yeah, those fucking sure.
As an anti-magic missile, that means I could probably hit Tuesday and it wouldn't hurt him at all. Because by its very nature, it is not magical.
Alright, and I guess I'll also spend
I don't know
my
if
key point to
anti-magic
do
and
my flurry
non-magic
of
are the
blows.
same thing.
Fucking sure.
That's 2 more unarmed strikes for you.
Of course they are.
You know.
Bob.
That's a 17 plus 8 and a 14 plus 8.
Yeah, fucking sure.
Cool.
Sure, bud.
Cool. So that's going to be 4d10 of damage.
Incredible.
Woo! Just so in case you
for
guys
you.
forgot, D10, half of the percentile.
Fun fact, if you only have percentile, you can use both and just take the first number.
Incredible. Tell me how that works out for you.
Cool. Let's resolve this.
I'm the reason why Dom drinks now.
Alright, we got
Travis, remind me to never have you as a PC ever again.
Look, I'm not the one that told you to bring him and give him 2 wizards.
I gave him Talbot because I need Talbot to be here to get the Madman's box. The problem is Talbot fucked up everything. Which is exactly what this campaign needed, but also what I hate as a DM, because I have plans, and I want to sit here and take control of the Madman's box and say, fuck you, this is mine now. The problem is, I can't say this is mine now with the wizard that's saying, hey, fuck you, you can't cast spells anymore. What's the damage, my guy?
42 damage of punching.
Incredible. Tell me how you do it.
Alright.
Woo!
So,
Fucking...
as I'm climbing up,
She
and I
had
see
40 health left. Fucking... Alright.
Alright, so...
Embrace to me this mind palace that you are in, and how the fuck you obliterate the ever-living shit out of this woman.
So as he's climbing up, he flashes to this guy, right? This guy has a stick and he's swinging it on him. Just like this chick right here, swinging the butt of her rifle. In the past, he took that hit straight to the face and fell right back down to the ground. This time, he rolls under it and handsprings up. kicking her up into the air. A little...
Ready to fucking Street Fighter combo her ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, this is a rising tackle.
Just juggling her.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Knocks her up. Knocks her up.
Christmas? Is that you?
Into the air, thank you. Knocks her up into the air, uses the momentum to rotate and spike her back down with his with a heel kick.
Okay, Rockley.
Yeah, baby. You called it Rocky, baby. And instead of doing 2 flurry of blows, I'm gonna flavor this a little different.
Spinning Lotus? What the fuck is it?
No, he's gonna raise his hands, assemble all that chi, and just blast it down point blank at her.
Are you doing that? Are you like hammer fisting her? Or are you like Kamehameha kind of?
Yeah, kind
energy?
of like a short range Kamehameha.
Okay. So she goes for the gun, but you duck down, still goes through, looks down at you. Oh, fuck.
Rising tackle! Pow!
Drop kick into the chin, dislocates her jaw, and as she's kind of floating, gun is dropped onto the ground, trying to, like, position herself, see where she is, leap up from the ground. Any last words as you hit this blast of chi through her body?
Stay hungry.
Rips open her chest. So the 2 giant turret bullets that you rip through, he connects into one giant hole as the key he rips through creates a crater through her chest, out the backside, smacks the body onto the ground.
Knocks over the door, just blasts it to smithereens.
Honestly,
apparently.
yeah, the doorway just shatters.
Oh, shit.
Only she had a friend who had one beam.
from the blast radius. Because the only one left would be
Funk shit, man.
Eugene. I will say, as of right now, you are out of initiative.
Woo! We've solved the puzzle.
I don't feel like I would have been out of initiative though, because
Okay.
I would have seen Eugene and trying to
Fuji.
turn a spell on Fuego.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are going to stay in initiative order so I will say we are out of initiative. So if you do not wish to participate in the rest of this combat, you are perfectly fine. I will say, as of right now, where things stand, Eugene is not actively hostile other than towards you and your mother.
I wonder why.
Wonder why. The Dragonborn is going to continue trying to fight against the chains, unaffected by what you do. I will continue to roll for that as this seems to progress.
Can I just move my hunter's mark to this dragonborn? Since Kaylin pew-pew-pew.
I'm gonna
Yeah, go
move
for it.
my bladder
Get away.
forward.
Okay.
I think it's just a thing that happens when they reach 0 hit points.
You have to use a bonus action to do it, but it's.
Okay.
I will say, like, if you're not going to actively be doing anything, it's
Yeah.
more so a precautionary measure.
I have no reason to stay
That's
in
perfectly
initiative
fine.
as my
I will
character.
allow that to happen. Eugene acts after you, so unless you've got anything to do right now, hiding behind the wall, fucking 100 and whatever the fuck feet back.
So there's kind of like 2 things. I need to know, is this the actual Eugene? It's red-eyed, but...
Who are you asking? Who are you asking as?
I am asking Talbot to the Dungeon Master. Is this actually Eugene? The eyes are different, physically speaking.
Roll me an insight check.
Just my missing file that completes the Madman's box.
16.
Yes and no. Is this Eugene? Point blank, is this Eugene? Yes. The expanded question, is this the Eugene that you know? No. You know that there is something off comparatively from the Eugene that you know to this Eugene. This is not the same Eugene. He seems younger, but he also seems angrier. he seems where the Eugene that you're aware of seemed like he was 5 steps ahead of everything. This Eugene seems like he's trying to catch up. It's the same level of intellect, the same level of magic, the same level of intelligence, but where the Eugene you're aware of always seemed to be ahead of the ball, this Eugene seems to be trying to catch up to the ball. Where if this was happening with the Eugene you're aware of, this wouldn't have even happened. Like, especially to the years down the road that you're aware of, like, y'all wouldn't have even, like, your son and his friends or whatever these fuckers are, whatever they are, they wouldn't have gotten in this predicament. If this was the real Eugene, he would have been all over this shit, or this was a test from the real Eugene. This Eugene seems to be kind of taking in the information as it's happening and reacting to it rather than the Eugene you know, which is more proactive to the situations. There is a sense of familiarity, but you can tell something's off. You can tell this isn't... You can tell this is Eugene. This is him. This is his magical energy, his magical traces. Everything about him checks the boxes.
Is this the Eugene that was missing? Where the Eugene was pulled out? This is the missing Eugene. That needs to be put back into... so that the batteries can be retained back to full.
Eugene split his soul to power the madman's bot.
Okay.
Talbot, it's on you.
Whatever you're gonna do to save his ass and put it back in the box, you better do it before it gets to me. Because he done try to kill you and your son, and I'm about to shoot him.
He's just trying to counterspell. He ain't trying to do nothing.
Well, because you said that he attempted to do something to her,
Yeah.
and Talbot
He's trying to do something to
counterspelled
Talbot.
that. So
Talbot's
I saw him try to attack Talbot. Talbot, who I know is Fuego's mom, who I know from my mom's story is my mom's friend. Then, after Talbot counterspelled that, he then gave Fuego. Sorry, after Fuego counterspelled that, he definitely gave Fuego dagger eyes, which then was like, oh, now you're looking at my friend that way. No.
Okay.
Incredible.
All right. Then let's try and end this quickly then, shall we? I'm going to cast Time Stop.
Oh. Okay.
So let's see how many extra turns I will get. 3.
Pretty good turns.
So what's going to happen is you see Talbot at this point.
No dispels?
They don't have
Fuck it. What's gonna happen? Because the problem is the higher level counterspells that he has, it's just gonna get counterspelled by Talbot's counterspell, and he can't do a counterspell as a reaction to it. And
He's also out of reactions.
It's true because it hasn't gotten back to his turn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's how I know I'm supposed to do this.
Yeah. So you go to cast it. He looks at you, and you see that there is a hope in his eyes that starts to fade as you go to cast Time Stop, and as everything slows around you.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, this would be the first turn that I would not be able to heal. That is how long it's been.
It is a restricted heal.
Restricted heal for one.
Yes.
For one turn.
Yes.
So, I will not be able to do any healing, but I needed the extra turns.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna... Because I don't have a way to pull them to me, unfortunately. But I'm going to get down closer to them for my movement. Now I go into my extra turns.
Okay.
First, Talbot does have a feat, or an arcane fuckery. And
All feats are known as that now. Arcane
Arcane
fuckery.
arcane fuckery.
Arcane fuckery number 1, counterspell everything the Dom wants to
What
do.
if the feat's
Arcane
not
fuckery
arcane?
number 2, dispel
Well, then it's
magic
not
everything
arcane
Dom
fuckery.
wants to do.
Like,
Arcane
what if it's
fuckery
like
number 3.
grapple?
Well,
Arcane fuckery.
that's just
I'm gonna
mundane
grab you.
fuckery.
I'm gonna hold you real tight.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I literally rebuilt this character today, so I'm just trying to look for it in because I was not expecting to get to this point.
Yeah.
But I can expend as a bonus action 10 charges of D10, in which I can automatically heal myself,
Okay.
which will reset on a short rest, I believe.
Okay.
So I'm spending the bonus action to heal up from the fucking wounds that was given to me. And I'm going to use all 10.
Okay.
Is that enough, or do you need more?
Oh, I got
I'm so pissed. I love that
What does
you
this mean for
fucking,
future Caleb?
I love that you fucking full sent into it, but I was ready to lay on hands 100 whole hit points, and I was ready. I was like, no, it's fine. After getting 2 holes in the chest, I'll be able to repair it. Nope. Fucking nope.
Shouldn't have let me hit you.
I didn't let you.
Yeah, you did. You gave me
The
a
inspiration.
reroll.
Kaylin didn't do shit.
Okay, so first I'm going to heal 48.
4d8 or 48?
48.
Damn.
That'll put me at 99
10 D10s.
out of 134.
Oh shit. I was pretty close to.
Not so
Telling you as I thought.
squishy wizards.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Damn.
we got that going for us.
Okay.
That was the main thing I really needed that for. And then, just to look at the time, the rule constraints for this. Any effects affects a creature other than me or an object. Would you consider, if I cast Disintegrate on Kaylin, would you consider that to be an effect that affects a creature other than me or an object being worn or carried?
It is a creature, yes.
Cool. We're gonna go ahead and not do that because I need the extra time so I can
Yeah.
fuck with him.
I just thought it was funny that you were like, "Can I do this?" And we were like, "Yeah." And then you were like, "I'm not gonna do it." that was the funny.
Yeah, I mean, so we're gonna do a. I don't know if he's immune to charm. Talbot, I don't think remembers with her, even with her keen memory, because this is a version of Eugene that pre-exists, that came from the Madman's box. So we're gonna try a dominate person.
Okay. I will say because you're in the time stop, the saving throw is going to have disadvantage. He does have advantage based off of it being from a spell, so it's going to be a flat roll.
This isn't stop time, right?
It's time stop.
It's
in the stop time. This is happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the Flash right now. She's the Flash.
Some natural 20 out of that.
Zawarudo.
okay.
As you go to dominate person, you feel the effects being shrugged off. You see the pupils very slowly in the time stop turn to where you're standing as a tear starts to stroll down his face. You are still in control at the moment.
Eugene, I have an issue. And you're the only person that I know that can help. Please, come with me. Help me fix the Madman's box. I know not of the intentions of these random people They look dangerous. I can protect you.
No response.
Choosing not to respond or can't respond because we're in a time stop?
Hard to say.
Yeah.
As you're explaining yourself, you see another tear start to trickle down from the other eye. As it's like very slowly making its way down the face. As you recognize your magic is still in control here, but you see that there is a level that he's able to break through to a degree where everyone else is purely stuck, where he's able to still kind of fight it to some degree, but it's not to like a full extent. He's not able to completely break through it.
And I'm going to walk closer to Eugene. I'm going to go...
You gonna go all the way up?
I'm going to go straight up. This is not an aggressive tone.
Yeah.
And he's looking at Eugene as if she's talking to her young child. A mother talking to her son. Eugene, many years ago, you had shown nothing but kindness, love, and protection. Whether or not you remember, I do. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Let me help you. Let me protect you this time. And I just give him a hug.
As you go to touch him, you see the time stop effect kind of fade from him as he goes to immediately embrace you in the hug. I can help, but you need to stop him. He's the one that put me in here.
Who's him?
Eugene. As you guys get sucked into the madman's box. And from the character's perspectives, within a blink of an eye, you do the Kamehameha, everything happens, blink, and both Eugene and Talbot are gone, and that same crumbly doorway dissipates.
Does this mean we win?
So, bing, bing.
And Fuego will come around.
And you see that your mom is gone, the entrance to the madman's box is gone, and Eugene, the blue Gene, is gone. He's not even blue, he's red.
In that moment, I would have been like,
so well.
I would have like turned around and like shot him in the air to like over where Eugene's supposed to have been, because I was gonna redirect a hit his way and be like, "Son of a biscuit! My mama told me he was wily, but I didn't expect him to disappear that fast."
You can call all the Eugenes Hugenes because they're different colors.
Fuck you.
I'm
The
gonna
7 Hugenes.
We're not making Power Ranger Eugenes.
No, it's a
I'm
rainbow.
7 dwarves.
So Fuego is gonna beeline it to the body of the Kalen prototype, and
Oh.
is
Whatever.
going to look at them.
Gasping for breath, like at the bare ends of her life, looking at you, just try. There is a massive hole through her entire chest cavity. They're dying seconds.
I'm so sorry. Disintegrate.
That's hardcore, man.
What about our little dragon
Same.
friend?
The dragon friend is still actively fighting the chains.
Maybe we should address that.
Yeah, we should. I think I'm like from my lofty perch of 25 feet. I'm just like, if I unchain you, are you gonna attack us, or are you just gonna leave? Do you have the ability to speak? All right. Well, shake your head yes or no. If I break the chains, are you gonna attack us? Are you lying? Do I believe him?
Inside check.
Inside check.
You can go ahead and insight check.
I can insight check. Woo!
I will say that Fuego, you're too focused on the disintegrate right now.
Insight.
I was like, you're still rolling dice. I'm like, solid. Cool.
14.
You can tell that he just wants to get the fuck out of here.
He just wants to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure somewhere in here I've got a way of doing that. Is there a way for me to heat metal enough for him to be able to break it but not injure him too much?
Chains, like a link itself.
Yeah, like if I did a heat metal on like one of the chains that are not attached to the manacles or whatever.
Roll me a Arcana check.
Arcana check. I like those. I have a +9 to that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
19 + 9.
19 + 9. Incredible. So yeah, you think that you can craft it in a way of heating metal at the base of it rather than heating the restraint itself. If you heat it at the base, it'll allow it to like
snap.
loosen out. Exactly.
Yeah.
So the chains will still be attached to him, but at the very least it'll cause him to be able to break free from the actual restraint itself and then start to kind of
I'll just vocalize that. I'll just be like, I'm gonna heat up these chains, and when you see it go hot, just pop. All right.
And goes and is able to rip off the rest of them. Immediately turns into an adult blue dragon. Dragon shouts and a burst of lightning through the ceiling. And as sunlight peers into this cavern for the first time you guys have seen in about 10, 12 hours, give or take. Rips through, bursts through it, breaking through whatever, like, dirt, concrete, whatever, like, however depth it is, and just shoots out and flies away.
I love that. I'm gonna gather up as many chains as I can so I can help rebuild R3.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm
Gonna recycle that metal there.
If no one else is gonna, I'm gonna start exploring these little treasure chests lying around.
Yeah.
Incredible. As you are starting to explore the treasure chests,
Is there...
Shale, can you go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw?
Get my stats back. You say wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
That's gonna be 22.
22. You are able to maintain your sanity in this moment.
I forgot that. I can't see it anymore because I got the word.
As the adrenaline starts to fade and you start to kind of collect yourself in this moment, you are starting to process that wave of memories that hit you. And you remember yourself, but you don't remember yourself as Shale. You remember yourself as Eugene. Being trapped inside this cage, and from a player perspective, you recognize it as the cage that Talbot saw when she was checking on the batteries. The box within a box within a box, the cage's glass dome, the multiple safety measures to keep you locked in here. And as you look out, you see yourself, blue tuxedo, bright purple eyes, looking at you as your magic starts to drain from you. He smiles and turns and leaves the box, leaving you in this dark room. And you have a feeling of abandonment, of frustration, but also of hope. You remember your plan B. And you remember crafting a not necessarily a simulacrum, but a magical source of a backup file for yourself, as you have sent it off into the ether before this happened. And you watch your own memories from a third-party perspective. You growing up from a third-party perspective of like an eagle's eye view of your entire memories, of Shale's memories, of your birth, your upbringing, your parents, everything that happened at your home village to now. As you realize that, yes, you are your own person, but Eugene built you as his backup plan, as in his escape route, as his get out of jail free card, and it failed. And now the puzzle pieces are starting to fit together. That Kaylin brought the four of them here because they were connected to the Man-Man's box. But Eugene brought you here because he needed you to get out. And he tried to get out, but Talbot was able to interfere. As you are able to center yourself, it does not break your mind. You do not become this shell of what Eugene wanted you to be. You are your own person, but you feel as though that the memory of Eugene haunting you and your past is not going to go away anytime soon. But you are not a broken shell of who you are. You are still your own person. You are still in control of your own actions. Tuesday by your side. Your little wolf friend slowly fading as the magic from that subsides and rejoins you within your body as the magic kind of floods back into you.
I'm gonna go up to him, put my hand on him, and be like, "Go home, my friend."
And he sits politely, tail wag, as he dissipates in that same iridescent ethereal light, fades back into you, and you feel a warmth as your magic is kind of returned into you. Tuesday stands next to you. Everything all right, boss?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could talk.
He's a werewolf.
I've been talking the whole time. Why am I fucking Kaylin?
He talked to us in the original room when we got him, yeah.
Sorry.
He was one of the
I don't
those
remember
pretend
that.
sheep.
I need to find the British werewolf. There we go.
Yeah, the pretend
back.
sheep.
We're
That's
back.
right.
We're fine.
Yeah, he's
We're
just
there.
been,
I
he's just been
he's
too
been
busy
quiet.
fighting.
Yeah, he's been
You think
quiet.
he's just
Sorry,
been
I had a-
chat through the whole combat?
Coughs up a hand.
No, I talk during. I
Toss
talk
it
when I'm
aside.
fighting.
Or maybe he's just more focused than you.
Point at the spot where Kaylin used to be.
Touche.
From my perch 25 feet in the air, I helped!
Yeah, you did. Finger guns. Teamwork.
Alright, well now we really gotta get going though, because Fuego, I don't know if you noticed, but Eugene done ran off with your mom. He might be holding her captive. We need to go get them.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, exactly. So my mom wasn't lying. She was telling the truth. That guy's a bitch. We gotta go get him.
You ever think about people just being used as a vessel without any autonomy or control?
Yeah, kind of all the time.
It's kind of what my dad wanted.
I can't help but feel that, unfortunately for this one, they never had a chance.
Are you pointing at where Kaylin's disintegrated body is, or are you
Yeah.
pointing? Okay, I'm like, to whom are you describing?
Alright, well, y'all might have had a less... I had a great upbringing and my parents loved me. But seriously though, aren't you at least a little bit worried about your mom? She done disappeared with the Eugene and we don't know...
I didn't even get a chance to say.
Like, because I didn't get no visuals on who took who. She might be in trouble. Like, I think we need to call our parents right now. Corey, Tori, I'll get my mom. That we'll just figure out where the others are. Get a hold of Core.
Something tells me that she's got it under control.
You have a lot of confidence in your parent. I still think we should call the others. Does anybody have sending?
By the way, is anyone going to do anything about that one? Points back to Ash's body, who still is brainless, headshot through on the ground.
I'm not a cleric. I don't know what to do.
Really, not really my forte.
Oh,
See, I don't have any resurrection things.
So,
shite.
we're gonna have to tell Busta
That his daughter's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
I forgot the body got dragged up with the.
Yeah.
the tunnels.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a filthy liar.
I was like, wait, how the hell?
Yeah.
Spit it back out. Gross. We don't need that no more.
Well, I don't know how to get a hold of Booster,
So
honestly.
what about the other one? The one that the headshot. The.
Yeah, we're gonna have to tell Boost about this, and I don't think he's gonna be too happy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we need to tell Booster. I mean, he was already under the impression that his daughter was dead, yeah?
Well,
I mean,
Hey, you know your dead daughter?
I mean,
she wasn't dead, but
she
now she's
wasn't-
actually
I mean,
dead.
that feels like a lot of extra, like, pain and suffering to put on that poor man.
Does anyone feel like they have to tell?
dude. Well, this timeline.
Would you want to be told?
Ignorance is bliss.
Well, it's more like if I had a child who I knew was alive, I would want to know if they were dead. But if I already thought my child was dead, I really wouldn't want to be told that actually they were alive, but now they're dead again.
So what iteration are we in? Are we in the iteration that they were already dead and we came to them and they were alive and now they're dead again?
Well,
Or-
here's the thing, though. I don't really know for facts because the only Boosta I've met personally, we attributed to fake Boosta because it was the guy in the clouds.
Oh yeah, he was way too short. Oh my god.
Yeah, he was
so,
weird.
So the only person who seems to
Skin was
know
all
was
weird,
fake
too.
Boosta, so I don't know if we really need to tell. Like, I'm not going to get my mom involved to try to find Boosta to let him know that the daughter he believes is dead was actually alive and is dead again.
You know what? I could tell my mom. I'll tell my mom tomorrow. I'll prepare. Something.
Assuming Eugene isn't killing her right now at this second, because you're really okay with the fact that they are gone and we don't know who took who.
Looking at where the door to the Madness box used to be, yeah, I think she's got a handle.
All right, because I believe that he would also know how to work that box.
I mean,
I
that
mean-
was kind of the key.
Right.
So
I think he was needed.
Okay, well.
But I'll confirm tomorrow when I get a sending out and go, hey, Mom, can we talk? You busy?
Could you just do it now?
I used a lot.
All
I'm
right.
kind of tired.
Yeah. I
Just
and
making sure, just checking.
I also didn't have it prepared
All the
today,
bases.
so
All right,
I
well.
it wasn't on my expected spells for today. So
Okay. I'm gonna land the ballista and start checking to see if there's anything for, like, travel size. Or if I have to leave it here.
Go ahead and make me a investigation check.
Investigation or Arcana.
Investigation.
Oh, that's a fuck me. That's a 1.
Your best guess is that you're gonna have to leave it here, sadly.
The worst. I'm gonna go tuck it back in its closet. And put it back away.
Hey, make
My
sure to
parents
study.
really intended for it to be here. You know.
I'm sure you can recreate it.
I
You
mean, for
seem
sure.
like-
My father made that, so, like, he's definitely got the schematics at home.
You seem like a smart person.
Forget my pronouns for a minute so you wouldn't person.
No, I was gonna use some kind of like nickname, like smart feller, but I couldn't think of something, so I was like person. You seem like a smart egg.
Alright, well.
God, I'm starving.
That's a shame. Did we get anything out of searching for the piles of gold? He was searching that one.
Yeah. So who's searching through?
I'm
will
searching
look
through
through this
stuff.
one.
I was.
He's looking
Because
through that
you
one.
already searched through the front one. There was really nothing in it.
Oh.
There was the gold in that front one. Those two piles there. So you started searching first. Go ahead and roll me a D100 and a D20.
This is a D20.
If you don't know
These
what
are
that
the
is,
percentiles.
good luck.
71 and a 6 on the d20.
Well, you find 671 gold pieces.
Woo! I'm ripped.
And within the chest, you find a dagger that, as soon as you touch it, feels cold to the touch.
Cool dagger.
Cold touch dagger.
The old chill touch dagger.
No, it's cold touch.
I see.
And you are looking through the other one?
Yes.
Cool. Go ahead and roll same thing, a percentile and a d20.
A percentile, friends. Anybody still with us?
Yes, right here. These are that.
The round and
The
pointy.
percentile on what, sorry?
And a d20.
A d20. It's going to be 87.
Okay.
And 9.
So you find 987 gold pieces.
Woo!
And in the chest, you see a piece of half-plate armor.
Ooh.
And on the like the shoulder pads, you see like the two, like the classic like theater like the mask, like the one happy, the one sad, like you see those on either shoulder pad.
Gotcha. All right. Does anybody want barred armor? You know what? Actually, don't worry. I'm gonna break this down. We're gonna make R3 out of it. Slip it into my bag of holding.
Incredible. I move better without armor, anyways.
R3's gonna make music now. Perhaps we'll get good at deceptions.
Out of
His
game is
instruments and
half plate up the
accordion.
lyre once per day. You may grant yourself advantage on any deception skill check.
I guess besides that, if there's a magical item that was left over from
The ones that you didn't dispel, yes, they are still actively in effect.
Yeah.
So the 3 that are left, it is the belt of Storm Giant Strength, the Hunter's Coat, which is a light armor leather, and a amulet of proof of detection and location.
I'm going to be making sure that nobody can use these as a vessel. All of them will get dispel magic.
Okay.
I am not letting whatever deal that they had with their ancient being be able to use.
How very unwizardly of you to spell all these magic items.
I'm not taking any chances dealing with a fucking wannabe god.
That's fair. No one Sunspark having any more holds.
I'm not dealing with that.
The others would have been disintegrated, though. It's not like they're just sitting there, right?
Everything that was non-magical
Gets
would have
disintegrated.
to,
Yeah, okay.
including the gun.
I wanted the necklace.
Yeah, so everything that she had it's still there, but all of the arcane magic as now has been dispelled.
I just wanted to get it as a souvenir for Mom.
You can. Yeah, it's still there.
That was my whole thing. I just wanted to collect the necklace and prayer beads, give it to Mom.
Yeah. Well, if they were worn and they were gone, they were also disintegrated.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So
You understand that is how they should be, but it is still intact.
oh.
It just seems like a pearl necklace at this point.
Do you want me to leave it with you so you can properly dispose of it?
Yeah.
All right.
But only
I bow to reason, but I think Mom would have lacked it.
maybe I could find a substitute.
I will.
But
It's okay. We'll have a recreation, souvenir.
yeah. Mage hand, back up holding. Think I'm gonna touch that shit with my hands? Fuck that.
Not cursed from the.
Oh, I do make sure I remove my amethyst stone from.
Yeah.
It's coming with.
So, from what I can tell in the area, is there a way out of here aside from that hole the dragon made?
Now that the portal is closed and the other door got disintegrated from your key blast, no.
Can't go back the way we came.
I mean, I still have levitate going.
You,
so, like,
you do notice that now that the hole was ripped open, the inky tentacleness is fading away. / at this point faded, past tense.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one, the blasted hole. I was like, what happened to that then?
Well, it looks like our only way out is going to be through the hole that the dragon you freed left us.
yeah. Not a problem. I just grab the stone, I reactivate levitate.
As you all, I assume everyone is a willing creature at this point.
At this
Questionably.
point, I trust you.
Yeah. I mean, you can always stay down here if you want.
No, I don't feel like waiting.
Free
a day
will
for
and
it
all
to-
that.
You all float to the surface and are ready to begin the next chapter of your journey as you guys look upon the town of Waterdeep.
Ooh.
Oh, water's deep.
Oh shit, we were
Deep
there.
water.
We are a ways from where we start. I'm a ways from where I started. I don't know about y'all, but
As we zoom out from this moment and focus on Talbot getting Eugene back to the Madman's box. Unresistant, undefiant. He follows you back into the box as the magic pulls you back in. As you kind of come to, you're already being pulled into the generator room, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And he very, very begrudgingly, but very willing, goes back into the holding cell. Sits in the middle as each of the locking mechanisms starts to close around him. Each cage, each dome, each
You're
lock,
gonna put him
each
back in the
arcane lock
cage.
starts to kind of close around him. And you see the magic energy starting to suck from him and back into those vacuum tubes and feed back into...
You feeling
Where the
bad for
batteries
Blue
go.
Jean?
I am a little bit. Player Rachel can feel bad for it. I don't
Yeah,
think.
So, it should be noted that there is a total of 5 that are powering. And with this particular one, Talbot pulls up a screen, swipes to get this one, enters a password, and replays a video seeing a beholder that has, over time, changed its physical prowess, its physical being, into the last thing it saw. Eugene.
And that is where we'll go ahead and end the session. Thank you all for stopping with us. As always, I'm Dungeons and Dom, your lovely dungeon master for this side quest. Tune in next time to maybe we can see where this story goes. If not, well,
some of
it's
us are
just
rich.
For the Questa, huh?
Yeah, that's for the Questa, alright.
Oh my
Alright.
Have a
god.
great night,
So what
everybody.
you're
For the
telling me is
question.
that
Bye.
maybe bad Eugene was beholder Eugene?
Eugene, if you will.